Welcome back to Man Now Sports, y'all. We watching Game 5, man. We about to see if the Knicks can close this thing out tonight. Spurs versus Knicks. Knicks are leading the series 3-1. They're in San Antonio trying to close it out. The World Cup is going on right now, so Times Square is packed with soccer fans. I don't know how that's going to work if the Knicks close out tonight. You know it's about to be a parade in New York all night long if they do. I honestly, I don't think they're going to close it out. So we'll see what type of game it's going to be. We'll see if it's going to be a blowout tonight. We're going to see if it's going to be a close game tonight. We're in San Antonio. I mean, San Antonio has been able to come out and jump on the Knicks early in just about all of these first quarters in all four games. And they had to come back from, I think, game one, they had to come back down from 14 and, double digits and all the others. Of course, you already know about game four with the 29-point comeback. So I want to see if the Knicks can come out and at least keep it close or at least jump on the Spurs early like they've been jumping on them early. Like I don't want to see them come out in a closeout game with the type of intensity that doesn't match the Spurs or the type of shot making that don't match the Spurs. Like the Spurs coming out and kicking their butt again in the first quarter. I don't expect to see that. But I wouldn't be surprised if I do see it. Like I said, their back is against the wall, and I'm talking about the Spurs. Their back is against the wall. They're at home. It's a closeout game. It's do or die. It's now or never. So they got to put everything, all the chips out at the end of the table, all the chips in the middle of the table, and just let it fly, man. So they got to go. Kyle Soprano, what's up, man? Woodich, what's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all hit the like button and hit the share button. We try to get some people in here tonight. We'll probably have some live call-ins at halftime. And I definitely will be reading all the comments and all that stuff, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's get everybody in here. Let's get all the Man Down Sports in here tonight, man. Let's see how many people we can get in here and make sure everybody that come in here hit the like button, because that'll help out a lot, man. But we gonna be here, man. This could either be a closeout for the Knicks and their first championship in 50 plus years, or it could be, a Scott Foster special. Scott Foster is one of the officials for the night's game. And he's been known as the extender, but I think he did do the game the game 6 for the Thunder. No. Did he do game 6 for the Thunder? He might have had. Or was it the game 5 when the Thunder was up 3-2? I can't remember. But he did one of those games, 5 or 6 maybe. And I was like, I wonder what this is all about. Why is Scott Foster in here? Government gonna have to call the Justice League in Florida. The Justice League Avengers in Florida, man. Sheesh, Florida man can help. What's up, Fancy? What's up? Long time no see. As a Jersey girl, of course I'm rooting for the Knicks. Well, there you go. There's a lot of people rooting for the Knicks, man. I don't think the NBA community really understood how much love the Knicks was going to be getting in this series. They couldn't see past everything they were saying in the Western Conference Finals to help the Spurs get past the Thunder. I don't know if they wanted to get the Spurs past the Thunder just because they just didn't like the Thunder. Maybe they don't care about who wins the finals. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they don't care. But man, it was so much work and so much effort for them to make sure they got the Thunder up out of here, man. I just thought that was unique and a collective effort. Obviously, it was a collective effort for sure. But we're gonna have some fun tonight, y'all. Spurs up 3-1. Game's supposed to start at 8:30 Eastern. Man, this game, this series, as far as like shooting and things like that, it's been kind of pretty even. I think the biggest gap is probably the free throw guy. Let me see what Let me see what the free throw disparity is. I know the Spurs are winning in that regard. Let me see. Man, it's gonna be a crazy game, man. The fact that I even picked this game, I mean, the Spurs are favored to win. The fact that I even picked this game to even do a watch party is insane. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect, man. I mean, sheesh. I don't want to see a blowout. I don't want to see the referees being too influential in the outcome or influential in the flow of the game. Yeah, I mean, it's the finals, man. Like, Jalen Brunson averaging 27, 6, and 3. And we know what he's doing in the fourth quarter. So he's leading all scores in this series. Or is that for the season? I might be looking at it for the season. Let me look at it for the series. That's for the entire playoffs. Dang, Wemby only averaging 24 points for the playoffs, but I think he's averaging 29 in this series. Salute, Aboriginal. What's up, Pop? What's popping? Knicks in 6. Natural immunity, Knicks in 6. You might be right. Yeah, they might lose this one in San Antonio. Look, listen. If they come out here and San Antonio is mentally not there, it's very possible the Knicks can come out here and close this thing out, man. If you look at their closeout games against the Hawks and the Cavs, you look at how they came out with a sense of purpose. You never know. I mean, the Knicks, if you really think about it, I think Charles Barkley said something about this during the pregame. The Knicks haven't really had a good, great, or complete game this entire series, and they're up 3-1. All right. They had some really good fourth quarters, maybe even some good second halves, but not a full game or 4 quarters of putting it together. You know, they've been grinding and gritting these wins out. Most of their guys been in foul trouble the entire series. I mean, game 1, they come out Josh Hart 2 quick fouls. In game 4, they come out Karl-Anthony Towns 2 quick fouls. And in every game, they've had at least 3 guys. Well, I say 3 out of 4 games, because they had one game where only 2 guys was in foul trouble and ended up with 4 more fouls. So I just want you to understand this. They've had out of the 4 games, and these are the guys that's usually getting in foul trouble for them: Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Jalen Brunson. But Jalen Brunson only been in foul trouble maybe 1 game. But I think that game he had 4 or 5 fouls, right? But it's been Josh Hart every game. So those are key guys. Losing Karl-Anthony Towns, that's a lot of points. Losing Josh Hart, that's a lot of hustle, a lot of defense. Same with Mikal Bridges. But every game except 1. So 3 out of 4 games, they've had 3 key players, not bench players, 3 key players end up with 4 more fouls. 4 or 5. I don't think nobody's fouled out, but 4 or 5 fouls they've ended up with. So 3 out of 4 games, there's been 3 players on the Knicks team, at least 3 players on the Knicks team with 4 fouls by the time the fourth quarter was there. 1 game they had 4 players with 4 more fouls. And then 1 game that had only 2 players. Right? So 3 out of 4, at least 3 players are getting in foul trouble. When you look on the Spurs side, Wemby has never been in foul trouble. That's a key player, never been in foul trouble. And the only person that's been in foul trouble is really Castle. Out of 4 games, he's had 4 more fouls, I think 3 times. And 1 time Fox had it. But no games have they had more than 2 people with 4 more fouls. Right? They've had not more than 2. Let me double check to make sure this is right, because I had this screenshotted. And this is okay. Spurs. Okay, so one game they had Castle had 5 fouls, but nobody else had more than had 4 more. Right. So one person in foul trouble in one game. Then they had one person in foul trouble in another game, and that was Castle again. Castle's been in foul trouble a lot. Then they had another game, one person in foul trouble, which was Castle. So Castle has had 4 more fouls in 3 of these games, and one game he didn't have 4 more fouls, but Fox did. So honestly, they've never had 2 people in one game with foul trouble. It's either been Castle 3 times or Fox 1 time, but never more than one person at one time has had 4 more fouls by the end of the game. And Wemby has never got 4 more fouls. Wemby's never been in foul trouble. He's never picked up 2 quick ones in the first. The only person they're really calling consistent fouls on is Castle. But they're calling consistent fouls on Cat, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges consistently, and sometimes Brunson. Right? So I find that unique. I don't know what you do with that information. But, just food for thought, I guess. It's only right that the Spurs fans jump a few Knicks players after the game. I love Brunson, but OG is my MVP. Fancy, why is OG your MVP? That's a good question. Why is OG your MVP? Because I like what OG has done on both ends of the floor. OG's been phenomenal, man. I think he's in second place ahead of Karl-Anthony Towns, but for what Jalen Brunson is doing against the type of opposition that he's seeing, they're pressuring this dude 94 feet, giving him their best defender, giving him a lot of attention. They're doubling him off of screens. They're doing a lot of stuff, man. He got a lot to deal with to get what he got to get, and he's getting it. Regardless if his shots are falling as consistent as he wanted to, he's still putting them up because he know he has to put them up for this team to win. So, man, I love OG. I guess it might just come down to this game. If OG really leads them to a victory tonight, then I can see him getting the MVP. But yeah, see, Fancy, I never gave awards based on field goal percentage though. I've never been a big like that ain't my thing. I've never been a big fan of like field goal percentage is noteworthy if it actually points to a particular problem. Right? So if let's say I'm gonna tell you the difference between when field goal percentage is a problem and when it's not. When you have a player that is shooting 30 to 32 shots a game, but he's he's jacking them, and he's shooting 30%, 35%. You got to question, like, man, is this the right formula? Like you put up a lot of shots and a lot of them don't go in. Is this the right formula? You might want to question that. Or if I don't know, let's say that player that's putting up 32 shots a game but only shooting 32% is in the MVP race versus a guy who's shooting 50% and only putting up 20 shots a game, but they average the same, right? So if they average it, and I'm trying to figure out which one is the MVP. One is leading his team to 55 wins. The other one led his team to 55 wins. So the wins are the same. They average the same amount of points. Well, this guy's doing it where he's shooting a way better percentage than this guy. Then that will become, okay, yeah, maybe we'll consider that and say we'll give it to the guy that's shooting the better percentage. Maybe. But just because somebody percentage is not 50% above, if it's 40% or 38%, he's led you to a 3-1 lead in the finals. He's led you to the playoffs, led you to the finals, led you to a 3-1 lead in the finals. Why do I care about his shooting percentage? I can care less. Like it is only a problem if it becomes a problem. If your shooting percentage becomes a problem, then it's a problem. And Jalen Brunson's shooting percentage has not become a problem. Like you get what I'm saying? It has to be a problem. Like has anybody ever told you, hey, can you check my car out? I heard it make a funny noise when I crunk it up, man. Check it out. And you run a diagnostic on it and it comes back clean. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going under there and pulling stuff out from under the hood trying to figure out, like, the diagnostic came back clean. There's no faults in it. So yeah, you might have heard a noise, but there's no problem that's coming from it. Like, it didn't present a problem. Right? I can't hear the noise. You heard it. I can't hear it. And the diagnostic came back clean. What am I worried about? So it's the same thing. If the shooting percentages is not hurting your team, I'm not going to make it hurt you in a discussion on if you're the MVP or the finals MVP or not. If that makes sense. Yeah, he said it's the finals, empty the clip. The only thing that matters is the win. Exactly. I wish somebody would be holding bullets in the clip because they don't want to mess their field goal percentage up. I wish somebody would be doing that. Like, he only took 15 shots. It's the finals. Like, you got your team here by shooting, and you in the finals and you only took 15 shots. Well, yeah, my shot was a little bit off. And 15 shots. Like the game where Wemby only took 12 shots when they lost to OKC one game. 12 shots? No, empty the clip. I hope you wasn't holding them shots in your back pocket because you didn't want to have a low field goal percentage. That's the last thing I'm worried about. That's the last thing I'm worried about. All right, y'all, man. We about to get into it, man. They're announcing the players out, man. Starting lineup. De'Aaron Fox is in the starting lineup. Julian Champagnie, Devin Vassell, Stephen Castle, Victor Wembanyama. Pretty much 4 guards and Wemby. Well, really, the way Wemby plays, 5 guards. pretty much 5 guards on the floor. 5 guards on the floor. Mitch Johnson. There's a lot of people that want Mitch Johnson fired. I think that's funny. I think that's hilarious, man. They want Mitch Johnson fired. They want De'Aaron Fox traded. Y'all better go back and look at the regular season and see how many games Fox helped y'all win. Y'all better go back and look at that. Spurs going to win this. Spurs going to win this one. Too much money in MSG. You think they want to go back to MSG one more time? Hey, if the Spurs win this and the Knicks go back home, they better win that game. Because if you come back here for game 7, and I got a weird feeling that that's a possibility. I have a weird feeling that that's a possibility. If they come back here for game 7, sheesh. You talking about all the pressure being on the Knicks. That means you would have lost 2 straight, 1 at home, and all of them was closeout games. Right? You got 2 chances to close them out before you end up in a game 7 for all the marbles, and now you facing elimination in a closeout. Now the pressure shifts. You've been up in this series the entire time. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. If you lose this, you'll be up 3-2. And then and if you lose again, it'll be tied at 3, going to a game 7. Now you're facing elimination. And it's the first time you're not up in this series. So we get to see what the pressure looks like when it's on you. That's a tough mental hurdle to get over. We just lost 2 straight closeout games. Now we got the game 7 in San Antonio. Man, that's some pressure right there. That's some pressure. It's got to be some pressure seeing Scott Foster out there on their basketball court too. Scott Foster about to deliver a masterpiece. All right, they're about to jump it up. Scott Foster about to. Hey, a lot of people don't know what it looks like to see Scott Foster clicking on all cylinders in the NBA Finals. We're about to find out tonight. Scott Foster's about to be clicking on all cylinders. Let's see who get the first foul. I think it's going to be a Nick. I think it's going to be Josh Hart gets the first foul. And I actually think the Spurs won't get a foul called on them for the first 2 minutes. Wemby won't get a foul to the second quarter or until they up 10. look. Shot goes up. Wemby contests. Brunson missed. Hit the front end of the rim. It's a little run in the paint, but he was fading back on the runner. Wemby brings the ball up at the top of the key. Gives it up to Castle. Let's see if Wemby go down low. He's trying to use the screen to get some type of lob, some type of roll. Fox got the ball, play with it. He's got it back. Castle's got it. Shot clock at 2. He puts up a 3, and that's a brick. OG Anunoby with a rebound. Brunson gives it up to Hart. Hart brings it up. Let's see what the Knicks run. Everybody touched the ball on this play. OG goes all the way to the cup against Wemby, passes it out. He gets it back against Wemby. No screen coming. He's in the corner. Drives on Wemby again. He falls. No call on Wemby. I told you that Wemby won't get a foul called on him until they up 10. And Hart puts up a absolute brick that hit nothing but glass. All right, let's see who get the first foul. No foul, no whistle yet. Wemby screen up top. Is he going to roll? He's going to roll. He's still on the top of the key. Elbow extended. Now he's rejected the screen by Castle. Oh, shoot. A little physicality by Towns. They didn't call a foul. So the whistles might be tucked this game. Wemby's playing free safety. Mikal puts up a little mid-range, and he misses it. But Karl-Anthony Towns get pushed in the back on the rebound. So that's the first foul on the Spurs on Castle. All right, no free throws. Side out. Interesting. Hey, y'all ain't seen Prime. Hey, Prime Scott, I don't even know what Prime Scott looked like. Will we consider him in his prime now? He's still in his prime. He ain't in his prime as a man, but as a ref, this is his prime right here. All right, screen and roll. Hart all the way to the hole. Got a nice layup, but he missed it. It was contested, and Towns is fouled on the rebound. Okay, so they not go tuck their whistles as much as I thought they was. 2 fouls on the Spurs. This is different. Oh, that's a foul on Wemby. Did they call it on Wemby? Wemby pulled Karl-Anthony Towns' arm down. I bet you they didn't call that foul on Wemby. I bet you they called it on Champagnie. Let me see who they gave that foul to. Do y'all know who they gave that foul to? Let me see who they gave that foul to. I mean, it was obviously on Wemby. But there was a little like Wemby pulled his arm down on the rebound, but there was a little bit of contact on Champagnie on Towns as well after the arm pulled down. Let's see who they gave the foul to. And they gave the foul to Wemby. So 1 on Wemby, 1 on Castle. That's interesting. Is this going to be the first game that Wemby gets more than 3 fouls? I've seen more fouls reversed for Wemby than I've seen. Sheesh. That was some contact. I'm glad that I'm cool with them letting that play though. And Wemby comes down and gets a reverse dunk after the block on Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns went to the ground. All right, so San Antonio strikes first blood. It's a physical game. And they're having trouble even getting the ball in the post to Towns, no matter who switched on them. A wide open 3 for Brunson. That's the easiest shot he go get all night. And he knocks that down 3-2. Miscommunication for the Spurs because they was overplaying Karl-Anthony Towns because he had Fox on him in the post. So everybody kind of shifted. But he was posting up at the 3-point line. And Wemby might have his second foul over the back on Karl-Anthony Towns. Wemby is out there playing out of control. Wow, it's the first club. Why would you even try to get that rebound? You was nowhere in position for it. If Wemby goes to sit down early with 2 fouls or 3 fouls because they still got him out there, and there he is being physical again, he's going to have to. Oh, nice block by Wemby. A lot of contact between Wemby and Towns. Towns puts the shot up after Wemby loses his balance on the on the chest bump, and he still recovered and got the block. So that's three blocks for Wemby already, and 2 fouls. Scores 4-3 San Antonio. Yeah, this is physical. They can barely get the ball up court without pressure. They can get an entry pass in the post. This is something that the Knicks gonna have to figure out. Wemby is guarding OG on the corner, and he almost dunked on Wemby. He lost the ball going up. I don't know if I call that a block. I had to see the replay. They calling it a block. Sheesh. The man OG just put a hesitation move on Wemby at the 3-point line. Wemby jumped almost out of the gym and then had a wide open lane, and OG went up 2 hands for the dunk. And I don't know who that was that came by that got a piece of the ball. Oh, he did get a block on that. So he almost got dunked on by OG. Oh, they called a foul on that block. I thought that block was clean. Yeah, I like the Knicks going to the hole the way they are, regardless if the physicality is turned up tonight. You got to keep attacking the hole. You already got 2 fouls on Wemby. We said ain't no party like a man down party. Respect Mel Mize in chat. What's up, Black Everyday? Good looking out, big dog. All right, so the Knicks are up 1.54. Castle's bringing the ball up. Castle almost loses the ball. The ball is moving. Wemby's in the post. Is he going to get it? Now he's on the elbow with the ball. Back to the basket with Towns on him. Now he's at the 3-point line. Now he's dribbling, and he's fouled on the way up. Tried to pass it after he got the foul, but once he heard the whistle, he turned it into a shot, and they're giving him free throws for that. Oh, yeah. That's a travel by OG. So that hesitation move, that's why I got Wemby so in the air like that, because he definitely put both hands on that ball. The referees missed that one. Tyrese Carroll said, "I'm so glad you're doing this. I'm at work tuned in." Hey man, that's what we do it for. I know how it used to be when I used to be at work and missing the games. Man, sheesh. Man, they used to be tough times. YouTube done saved me plenty of times. All right, Wemby at the free throw line. He hit the first, and the score is tied 5-5. Slow scoring game right now. Defense is there. A little bit sloppy. It's more sloppy on the Knicks end than it is San Antonio, though. Everything is a struggle for the Knicks so far. Brunson brings the ball up on pressure. 15 seconds on the clock. First pass to McHale. 10 seconds on the clock. Screen comes for Towns. 7 seconds. Towns got to put it up from 3, and that's off the back iron. Rebound, San Antonio. Castle bringing the ball up. Well, now Wemby got the ball. Back to Castle. Screen. Castle to Keldon Johnson, 6th man of the year. He goes in on OG, puts up a shot, dunked in off the rim by Wemby. 8-5. Let's see if Wemby got called for that second foul. Oh, that's a foul in the back by Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson just hit a screen, and that was a push in the backcourt, and no call. OG puts up a shot from the baseline, and that's a brick. San Antonio coming back down. Castle got the ball. Wemby top of the key. OG's guarding Wemby in the paint. Wemby's in the post. He wants the ball. He gets the ball. He comes all the way out to the elbow. One dribble spin out to Dylan Harper for 3, and that's good. 11-5, San Antonio. Josh Hart bringing the ball up court. All right. Trying to get the ball in. Towns on the screen. He's got a smaller player on, but they're playing so physical, it don't matter. He kicks it out to OG for a 3 in the corner. It's 8-11. The defense that the San Antonio Spurs are playing, very physical, is going to die down. That's why they get out to these fast starts. Once everything gets settled and that physical defense is not there no more, that's when the Knicks kind of open it up. But San Antonio is getting away with a lot right now. And that's the only reason why, like right now they got Harper on Karl-Anthony Towns. The only reason why these guards can guard him is fouling. You have to allow them to foul in order for their, so it's almost like the San Antonio Spurs have a game plan. Our game plan is we're going to play 4 guards on Wemby. But we don't want Wemby to guard Karl-Anthony Towns because Karl-Anthony Towns going to pull him out to the 3-point line. So in order for us to keep Wemby down low so he can protect the rim, we have to put a guard on Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, in a real world, Karl-Anthony Towns would destroy them in the post. You got Castle, Vassell, Fox, or Harper on Karl-Anthony Towns at 7 foot in the post. That's barbecue chicken. Guess why it's not barbecue chicken? Because the refs are allowing fouls. So when your game plan includes whether the refs are going to let you use their game plan or not, that's when you get in trouble, and that's when you blow 29-point leads and 14-point leads, because when the refs all of a sudden say, nah, we're not going to let you foul them no more. Like we'll let you do it at the beginning, but once the game gets settled, we go clean the game up a little bit eventually, and now you just can't put your hands on me, or you got 3 fouls and you don't want to use all those fouls. So you start to ease up a little bit on your pressure, and now you're getting cooked. So watch that as the game goes on. Whenever Karl-Anthony Towns has the ball, or the Knicks have the ball and Karl-Anthony Towns is trying to post up, watch how those smaller guards are able to fight with him down there, which not supposed to be able to happen. That's like one guy that's really good. Like let's say if you got a guy that's really good at defense, let's say our man Thompson. He's probably really strong and probably could fight with Towns down low, decent enough where you don't need help. But he's a smaller guy, so I can see somebody like Amen Thompson or Sir Thompson. I can see one of them fighting with them. But when you got every small guy on your team able to fight with Karl-Anthony Towns, that don't make sense. Wait, hold on. So Fox, Champagnie, who's not a good defender, Vassell, Castle, and Dylan Harper, if they switch on Karl-Anthony Towns, is good. That don't match up. That it don't match up that all of those little guys can guard him, right? That don't make sense to me. So pay attention to that. I gotta make an adjustment on my camera. Hold on. All right, man. Y'all let me know in the chat, man, who y'all got winning this game, man. Who y'all got winning this game in San Antonio? Let me know in the chat. I'm going with the Spurs. I think the Spurs should be able to pull it out. But I honestly think the Spurs really got to create some separation. I don't think a close game favors the Spurs. I think a close game favors the Knicks. So I think the Spurs got to create some separation. Here's the issue, though, with them creating separation. They've seen so many times in this series that no lead they have is safe. Not even the 29-point one. No lead is safe. No lead is safe. Look at how humble Wemby is. All that trash talking he been doing. That like they just showing a replay of Shohan, which was a former teammate, got traded at the deadline this year, talking trash when OG hit the 3 in his face, and Wemby is just allowing it to happen. That is humble pie. It ain't a lot of trash talking you can do down 3-1, but if you're a real trash talker, you still be talking trash. Don't stop. Oh shoot! Dylan Harper comes to the hole. He had a whole bunch of contact on the drive and on the shot. No foul called. Kick ball by Cornette. So Wemby is on the bench right now with his 2 foul. Let me see if he did pick up that foul. So Brunson is giving us some contact. The shot was clean, but he did run into the body of Towns. I don't think it was enough to be a shooting foul, but there was contact on that shot. After the shot, really, the runner was up, but a little mini collision down low. Knicks got the ball top of the key. Give it to Brunson. Harper is guarding Brunson. very tightly. Screen comes, he rejects the screen, kick out to Hart. Hart kicks out to Towns in the corner, back to Hart, pump fake, drives to the hole, back. Mikal Bridges, he puts it up at the end of the shot clock. He missed rebound Hart, best rebounding guard in the league, but he loses it. Harper and the Spurs coming down, get a ball to Keldon Johnson. He drives on Hart, puts the shot up, and that's no good. Rebound Towns. Towns throw a bad pass, stolen by Vassell. Back to Keldon Johnson, corner three, and that's off the mark. Rebound Cornette, but he's fouled. Sheesh. Sloppy by the Knicks. Sloppy play by the Knicks. 13-8 score. Wemby is 2 for 3 with 6 points. And they did not give him that second foul. They gave that second foul to Champagnie. So Wemby only has 1 foul. That's interesting because I really do think that foul was on Wemby. I'm keeping tabs on this. There's 1 foul Wemby should have got, but it's cool. He's a star and people want to see him play. So Harper got the ball top of the key. They're probably going to score right here. Harper takes it himself on Shamet and reverse with the left hand, and they're up 15-8. Knicks rush the ball up court. Can they be poised? Can they get a good shot? Keldon Johnson's guarding Towns. Can they get the ball in the post to Towns? What are they going to run? Shot clock is at 12. They finally get a screen, doubled on the screen. Shamet has the ball. He's dribbling 6 seconds on the shot clock. Shamet still dribbling. That's 13 dribbles. Step back, 3 pump fake. He gets a shot, and that's a brick. 15-8 Spurs. That's a brick. Everything is a struggle offensively for the Knicks. Everything is a struggle. They're not letting them get anything without a lot of physicality. Like Jalen Brunson, oh, shoot, Harper's holding his wrist. Hopefully he's all right. But Jalen Brunson, they're going to double all his screens. So he might as well not even call a screen. So what I think the Knicks should be doing, Harper splits the double off the screen at half court, kicks out to Keldon Johnson, back to Fox. Fox puts up a 3, and that's off. Rebound Hart, and he loses it. And Keldon Johnson gets it, and he loses out of bounds, but there's a foul on Shamet. 15-8. OG comes back in the game for Karl-Anthony Towns. Mitchell comes in the game. Who's going out? Josh Hart is going out. So for the Knicks, you have Brunson, Shamet, Mitchell, Alvarado, and OG. OG gets the steal on Champagnie. He don't have numbers, but he's going in, gets some contact, puts the ball up, no foul. They let him play. Missed layup, Spurs coming back down. And Fox makes a pass to Keldon Johnson, but he loses it out of bounds, going back to the Knicks. The Knicks got to figure this out because it looks like no contact is going to bail them out. So they got to play through all this contact and figure out how to get clean shots up. They even getting contact on the dribble with the body and with the reach. And there's no bailing out. Brunson's not getting bailed out. Brunson makes a move to get to the hole. He throws up a runner, and that's off. Now the rhythm is off. Once you allow all this contact, the rhythm kind of gets off because getting a wide open shot in the corner for Keldon Johnson, and that goes down 18-8, 10-point lead. Knicks have been here too many times in this series where they're getting knocked out in the first round. They got to figure out a way to keep it close. They can't go down 10, 15, 20 points again in San Antonio and think that they're going to always be able to come back. 3-pointer put up by OG. He misses it. Rebound by Mitchell. Back out to Brunson. Screen up top. They don't double on the screen. Keldon Johnson one-on-one with Brunson. Let's see what he do. He dance. Goes into traffic. Loses the ball as a steal. San Antonio coming down court. They got numbers. 3 from Champagnie in the corner. Brick. Shamet gets the ball up to Brunson. Brunson got Harper on him. Can he dribble by him? No, he can't get past Harper. Make a shake. Put the ball up. And that's good from the baseline for Brunson. I'm not mad at that shot, Brunson. Keep putting them shots up. 3 for 19 field goals for the Knicks, 7 for 17 for the Spurs. Sloppy game, but more sloppy for the Knicks than it is for the Spurs right now. If you look at the defense, the Spurs are playing 100% on defense, and the Knicks are playing about 75%. And what I mean by that is ball pressure. The ball pressure for the Spurs are turned all the way up to the max with max physicality. So that makes it a little sloppy for the Knicks. But the ball pressure for the Knicks, they're giving them a little space. So they're able to dribble and get into their stuff and get into the offense without as much pressure, right? So let's see how long the Spurs can keep that pressure on the Knicks before it kind of softens up, right? Wemby's at the scores table ready to go back in. Timeout. Knicks got the ball. I think the Knicks might be taking it out on the side. That was a foul called on Cornette. 18-10, 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the first quarter, man. It was $10K a ticket. They said the nosebleeds was a lot of money too, man, but I doubt the nosebleed was $10K, man. There's no way the nosebleeds could have been $10K. I buy $1K for nosebleeds. I believe that, but when they was telling me the nosebleeds was in the double-digit thousands, there's no way that the nosebleeds was in the double-digit thousands, man. There's no way. Absolutely no way. Man, if the Knicks close this thing out tonight, sheesh, it's going to be a parade inside my city. Well, New York, not my city. Who live in New York? Ball and Buzz, what's going, brother? What's popping, brother? In New York, I believe, but not in San Antonio. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant, New York. Yeah, but yeah, $10K for the nosebleeds, though. It couldn't have been the nosebleeds. It couldn't. It was like seven and a half. Sheesh, that's tough, man. Who can afford nosebleeds? Like, who can afford to put $10K on a basketball ticket that can't afford the higher ups? You get what I'm saying? Like, $10K is still out of my price range, right? So first and foremost, I don't want to go to no game for no nosebleeds while I'm spending the amount of money for a used car. I don't want to spend. So if you got used car money to just give away for one game, then that means you millions and millions in surplus in your bank account because you got it to waste. So even the people who buy $10K nosebleeds got to be very well off people. I don't think there's nobody on my level buying nosebleeds for $10K. I don't think so. Ball and Bud said these fools out here rioting and trying to kill people after a win. Knicks fans are delirious and would do the craziest stuff. Yeah, there's fans everywhere for sure. $1K for nosebleeds. Somebody else can pay that thing. I don't care how much I pay. Yeah. Even if you can afford it, why would you be that dumb? I'm going to tell you what. If I could afford it, now, first and foremost, I wouldn't be buying nosebleeds. I would be trying to figure out a way to get on the floor. But even if I get on the floor, I hate traffic so much that they would have to have a hotel room in their arena that I could just leave the game and go to my hotel room and go to sleep and drive home in the morning. There's absolutely no way. Like, I don't even like traffic. Last time I went to I'm out here in Cali. Last time I went to LA to a Lakers game, they was playing the Warriors. And Steph or LeBron, neither one of them played. But leaving out of there, that traffic was so disgusting. I was like, yeah, that's the last time I'm doing that. Won't be doing that. I go to a WNBA game, but won't. Greg Popovich looked real good up there in the booth, up there in the press box. He looked a lot better than what I seen him last time. I like that. Good job. He's recovering pretty good. Mitchell's at the free throw line. The score is 18-10. Mitchell bricks the first free throw as expected. A minute and 40 left in the first. 18-10. San Antonio winning. Mitchell at the line shooting his second free throw. And he bricks the second one. Rebound Wemby with one hand. Gives it to Fox. Fox brings the ball up. Look how easy it is. Look how much cushion Anunoby is giving Fox on defense. And you see how Fox was able to get to the mid range and get a pull up. That's the difference in the game right now. Now look at the pressure that like you got to set a screen in the backcourt just to get Brunson up court. And look how close Fox is on Brunson. Everything's contested. Now Alvarado got a little room. All right, so I would let if they're going to play Alvarado like that with a little room, let Alvarado handle the ball. All right, 3-point pulled up by Brunson in Champagne's face. Now that pressure that they've been seeing most of the quarter is starting to die down because now San Antonio, they're human beings. You can't keep that pressure up the entire game. So it starts to die down a little bit. Wemby puts up a 3, and that's a brick and an open rebound. All right, Brunson bringing the ball up. Let's see what the pressure look like. Champagne's is on him. That's not a good defender. He gets blown by, gets clipped, no call. They're determined that I don't care what contact you get, we're not bailing you out. You got to close this game out without the whistle. That's the environment that the referees are creating for the Knicks and the Spurs right now. An environment where they're telling the Knicks, we're not helping you. If you're going to win this game, you got to win it with just the guys in the blue jerseys. As a matter of fact, it's a jump ball after he gets clipped, an obvious clip. They're going into a jump ball with Castle and Brunson. That was an obvious trip. Now there's been some other contact that could have been fouls and could have went both ways, and I'm good with the no call. But they're making it known that you're not getting help. The Spurs win the jump, win the tip off. Brunson's bringing the ball up against Shamet. He's got him one on bum, goes baseline, spins, got him in the post, back to the basket, gets it out to Vassell for 3, pump fakes. And did he get fouled? He pump faked and took one dribble in for the pull up, but I didn't see where the foul was at. Maybe I'll see it on the replay. 28.6 seconds left in the first. A low scoring game, 20-13. I like it. Low scoring game. Neither team shooting really well. The difference in the game is the defense by the Spurs and the defense by the Knicks. The Knicks are giving some shots up, and they just gave up a 3 to Champagnie, so now they're down 10 again, 23-13. They got the ball for the final shot. Alvarado, and he gets tripped again, no call again. The Knicks can't get a call. Everything's allowed. Every contact, 2 seconds, force up a shot. That looked like it might have been good, but he hit the front end. 23-13 after the first, 10-point lead. I've seen 3 trips. They're not calling it. Incidental contact with the feet. I'm not calling it. Not calling it, dog. The Knicks know what type of environment they're in. Now once you see the environment, go out and play the game to win in that environment. That's the name of the game. Oh, this is how y'all calling it. All right. Adjust a little bit. You don't want to adjust to the point where you're not playing your game anymore. But you just got to know, all right, we're not getting the whistle at all tonight. So, in that case, we're not going to live and die by the dribble drive, because obviously if I drive and they're allowing you to 2-hand touch or push me on my initial blow by, like everyone's first step is a dangerous step, especially if you have a good first step. So that first step is dangerous. I can get by you off the first step. But if your recovery defense don't have to be better or as good as my first step, because you could lose the foot battle, right? If I set you up just right and then my first step, you lose that foot battle, you can recover by putting your hands on me. So when you about to blow by me and I can't move my feet just as fast as you just move yours on your first step, if I am able to push you, instead of you going on the straight line to the basket, I get to push you off that line a little bit, and now I can recover and meet you back on that path. So all the defenders that's on the Knicks players that's trying to dribble drive it, especially Brunson, they're allowing that initial push, or if they can't get that 2-hand push on your side, that hand that's going right there on your midsection, so I can slow you down from blowing by me, and then I take it off when I recover. Right? You blow by the initial hand go right there to hold you back, and then I recover. Right? That's what they're allowing, and that's going to be the advantage to the defender if they're allowing it, and it's an advantage to the Spurs if the Knicks is trying to get all their offense off the dribble drive. Right? They tried to go to the post to Karl-Anthony Towns, but they was allowing max contact on the entry of the post pass on Karl-Anthony Towns. So now the Knicks didn't really have an offense. You can't dribble drive with Brunson. We can't go on the post to Karl-Anthony Towns. We don't have an offense, though. Mitchell show, what's popping? So it's gonna be it's always good to watch that little chess match between the teams and the refs, because the refs is using the first quarter to try to set the tone and create the environment that both teams got to play in, and you get to fill it out, and now you got to figure out how you're going to survive in that system or in that environment. Unfortunately for the Knicks, while they're trying to figure that out, they're down 10. So they got to make a comeback again, right? So they got to find some offense. Only OG and Brunson have scored for the Knicks. That's what happens when you know what I just explained is what's happening. That's what happens. All right, second quarter is starting. 10-point lead. Fox bring the ball up with an opportunity. Ball pass to Castle. Wemby is in the post, fighting with Towns for position. He's going to repost on the other side, come out for the screen. They double the screen. Fox running around. Alvaroto's on it. He forces up a three from the top of the key, and that's a brick. Karl-Anthony Towns rebound. He gets hits across the face by Carter Bryant. They're not going to call there. Alvarado got the ball in the corner. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Screen up top. Alvarado gets to the hole. Passes out to OG. OG drives past Wemby. Back out to Karl-Anthony Towns. McBride. And blocked by Wemby. Alvarado tried to put a three up from the corner, and Wemby was there to block it. Spurs come down. Fox drive. Kick out to Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant drive. That's denied. Castle get the ball. He's got it at the top of the key. Fox, Champagne in the corner. Pump fake. Pulls the three. And that's good. This is about to get ugly than the masterpiece sneaker. 26-13. Knicks don't have an offense. The Knicks don't have an offense. Screen top of the key with McBride and Towns. They kick it out to the corner. Wemby knocks that loose. They don't have an offense, y'all. They're showing the block by Wemby. There should be 4 or 5 blocks for him already. He gets to play free safety. Ball to Karl-Anthony Towns, back to the basket at 3-point line. Champagne on him. Champagne can't guard him. He gets Wemby in the air, and Shamet gets the pass, and Wemby blocks that at the rim. Good defense by Wemby. And they showing David Robinson in the audience clapping. Shamet, good job for going in there and trying them. You never know if you get a foul on that. Castle, dribble, and he loses his footing, and he goes to the ground, and he does get the foul. So getting clipped on the other end for the Knicks won't get you a foul. I won't say that this wasn't more contact. I had to see the replay, but it looked like when he spun, he was expecting some contact, and he started to fall backwards, and Shamet was just backing up and pulled the chair off of him. So Castle was going to the ground, but it looked like Shamet pulled him down once he was losing his control. But all I'm saying is, if that's a foul, then I think those clips on the other end where the legs got tied up with each other has to be fouls as well. That's happened 3 times on the other end. He drives again. Castle drives again, puts up a shot, gets blocked by Towns. He gets the ball back, puts up, gets blocked by OG. Shot clock violation. Let's see if the Knicks can get some offense started. Alvarado bringing the ball up on pressure. Harper pressuring him. Really good pressure. And they called it 8 second. Everything is a struggle for the Knicks. They can't even get the ball past half court without maximum contact with the body and with the hand wrestling. Y'all watch the hand wrestling on the dribble. And y'all be the judge on what y'all see. Now, Mikal giving the Spurs space. So the Knicks are not playing that type of defense. They're giving the Spurs space, which I don't think that's a good strategy. I think, and as a Wemby losing the ball going in, Alvarado got the ball. He drives, gets some contact, kicks out to Mikal to McBride, back to Towns. Towns got Wemby on him. He drives, gets some contact, no shot. And now he's in trouble. Gets it to Alvarado. Alvarado drives on Carter Bryant. He gets some contact, and he gets blocked at the rim. Goes to the ground. The Knicks got to understand they're not getting no call. And now on the other end, Harper just comes in and throws his body into McBride, and he's going to the line. Oh, man. He just threw his body. Like the referee spent all that time showing us that this is not a foul this game, but the rookie can come in and just throw his body and get to the line. That's not a good look for the Knicks if they can get that. But that was good defense by the Spurs, especially Carter Bryant. The Knicks spacing ain't the best right now either. Dylan Harper at the line for free throws. He hit the first, hit the second one. 28-13, they up 15 points. Alvarado had to get a screen just to get the ball up court. Champagne's on him. He uses a Karl-Anthony Towns screen. Back to Karl-Anthony Towns. Wemby is on him. Alvarado is 2-man game right now, and it's all dribble drive, and they can't get nothing popping. Karl-Anthony Towns, he's going to put the 3 up. He's got Kaus on him. He can't even get past Kaus. Kaus, maximum contact, hand wrestling, fade away, and that's good. The toughest shot, that is a tough shot, dog. He couldn't even get position on Kaus in the post because Kaus was able to use both hands. But on the other end, the Knicks are giving them too much cushion. They're playing honest defense, and San Antonio is playing prison ball. Spurs put up a 3. No good by Harper. Karl-Anthony Towns gets a rebound. They can't even get respect on the rebound. Karl-Anthony Towns can't even get a rebound and bring it down without getting grabbed and it not being a foul. Is there anything that is a foul in this game? This man got a clean rebound. Wemby wasn't even nowhere near him, and he got a clean rebound. Nobody was there to grab it, but once he tried to pass the ball out, Carter Bryant was just grabbing his arm. He couldn't even get an outlet pass off the rebound. So even rebounds, so dribbling the ball up 94 feet is pressure and hard. Everything in the half court is pressure and hard. And now rebounds are allowed to have maximum contact. Closeout games are the hardest games, and now there's a 3 with all the cushion that the Knicks are giving the Spurs. Wemby just was able to take an uncontested 3 with defense right there off an inbounds pass. They called a foul on Wemby, but that's his second. If he really wanted a review, he probably could get that call reversed. Look at it. He just sat down and watched Wemby. Wemby pulled the 3. Nope. I mean, he didn't even get his hand up. Oh, yeah. It's about to get uglier than that Master P sneaker, dog. Fancy said, here we go, down 16. About to get uglier than a Master P sneaker, dog. Oh, they about to challenge it again? He said Karl-Anthony Towns was holding his own. Now, mind you, Wemby is like 5 for 5 in this series where he's got a foul called on him where he feels like someone fouled him first. When they go review it in the booth, they've overturned every last one of them. I don't know why this would be different. I knew that was coming. He didn't even do this. I didn't even see him do that. But it looked like they're going to challenge the call, and if they challenge it, it's going to get reversed. It'll be a foul on Towns. Man, this is so funny, dog. All right, what we got for the Spurs? 5 blocks for Wemby, 9 points. He's hit all 2 of his free throws. He's 1 for 2 from 3, 3 for 5 from the field goal. The only person who's shooting fairly bad is Fox, 1 for 5, and Keldon Johnson off the bench, 1 for 4. Other than that, no. Well, Castle is 0 for 3. 2 fouls on Wemby, 1 foul on Champagnie, 1 foul on Castle. 2, 3, 4 fouls. On the Knicks, that's 2 fouls on Anunoby, 1 foul on Carrington Towns, 1 foul on Bridges. 2, 3, 4 fouls. It's crazy that they're getting the fouls and they're the one who playing off with a lot of cushion, and the Spurs are the one playing with maximum contact. So a team that's playing off of you, I don't want to touch y'all. We don't want to foul, has the same amount of fouls as the team that's playing football. Let that sink in. Brunson got 8 points, 3 for 6. Anunoby 5 points, 1 for 5. Carrington Towns 2 points, 1 for 4. And those are the only people that's on the board for the Knicks. They're 5 for 26 and 3 from 10 behind the 3. The Spurs got 5 people on the board. 9 for Wemby, 8 for Champagnie, 2 for Fox, 9 for Harper off the bench, 3 for Keldon Johnson. They're 11 for 27, 5 for 15 behind the arc. That's really the difference in the ball game. Interesting. Yeah, you're right. They always overturn it. Michael Gill said cut Fox minute and play Harper more. You can do that. What you think that's gonna solve though? All right. Cause if I look at last game, if I just want to see how many minutes that Harper played 21 minutes and Fox played 37. So you saying give Harper the starting minutes, even if you don't start Harper, give him the starting minutes. They overturned it. I told y'all. I told y'all, man. They overturn it every single time, especially when there's a foul on Wemby. They do not want him to get fouls, dog. He's not had more than 3 fouls in this series. Now he's out of the game, getting a breather. The defense is getting a little bit more softer, but there's no gaps to attack for the Knicks. There's no driving lanes. Mikal Bridges gets a 3 out of the corner off of McBride driving kick. They finally got an opening on the drive. Let's see if the Knicks can turn their defense up. Castle drives to the hole, some contact, throws up a shot off the glass. It's missed. Vassell gets the ball in the corner, puts up a 3, and that's a brick. Hart comes down for the Knicks. Let's see if they can get in the offense. Now the defense has gotten soft. Now Carrington Towns finally gets his first drive to the basket without a whole bunch of contact. He misses it. Got some contact, but it misses it. And ball goes out of bounds, and they're saying it's Spurs ball. Knicks player don't agree. Yeah, so the defensive pressure is getting a little softer. That connect screen, I want that out of the game. I want the competition committee to get this summer and discuss screens in the NBA. I want that screen where I can touch you in your back and push you. I want that out of the game. Brunson drives to the hole on 3 defenders, misses it. Rebound, Spurs, they got numbers if they're hairy. 4 on 5. Brunson gets back. They don't have numbers anymore. And there's Harper. Drive to the elbow, get to a spot, rise up, left-handed jumper. He got 11 points now, and the score is 33-18. Brunson got Castle on him. Pressure is low now. It's not 100% right now. Their pressure is at about 80%. So now they're able to get some shots. There's an open three from Josh Hart, and he cans it. So the Spurs defense is dying down a little bit, and now this is where the Knicks can make a run. They had 5 3-pointers on the board out of 12 tries, and there's 5 3-pointers for the Spurs as well. Castle playing two-man game with Cornette. Cornette dribble drive. Back. Oh, they tried to go back to the Harper miscommunication. He throws the ball out of bounds. He said, I believe Castle and Harper on the court together is bad. They're missing a lot of threes, but the Knicks can't capitalize off their misses. Wemby on the bench. Now they're trying to rev their defense up a little bit. Every time they relax on defense. Now, there was another reach on Brunson. Harper is guarding him in the backcourt. He tried to blow by him, and he slowed Brunson down with his hand off the reach. Now Keldon is on him. Got one on bomb. ISO, drives, puts a shot up. That's a miss. Mitchell Robinson rebound. He can't control the tip and knocked out of bounds by the Spurs. Side out for the Knicks. Wemby comes back in the game. They will let the offense murder people with those screens, but you can't touch on defense. Yeah, that pisses me off. I want these screens cleaned up, dog. Knicks, Mitchell got the ball. Here's a screen. Mikal Bridges off a handoff. He's got Harper on him. He makes a move. He drives. Pass to the corner on Hart. Hart drives. Fox is on him. He puts up a three. Contested. Rebound goes to Brunson. Brunson puts up a three, and that's good. 24-33. There's a lot of Knicks fans out here in San Antonio. Wemby with the screen. He misses a Dirk Nowitzki elbow jump off the pick and pop after he screened with just his hands. I hate those screens, man. If you can't get in position and the ball handler can't guide the defender into the screen, you don't deserve. And the Spurs missed a layup, and the refs are going to bail them out with a loose ball foul. Like, they got to the hole off some miscommunication. There was no contact. He blew the layup. Mitchell comes with the rebound, and are they calling the goaltend? The ball is off the rim. The ball is off the rim and out of the cylinder. Mitchell knocks it, and they gave him a goaltend. 35-24. I don't know if that was a goaltend. Brunson gets to a spot, pulls up at the elbow, and that's good. 26-35. Fox coming up court. Fox not having a good game so far yet. Neither is Keldon Johnson. Fox got the ball, two-man game with Wemby. He screens with his hands again. Pick and pop, pulls a three. That's short. Wemby screen with his hands again. Brunson got the ball, uses the screen. He's got Vassell on him. Brunson's playing fourth quarter hero ball right now. He spins, rejects the screen. He's got Keldon on him. Steps back, can't get a shot, gets the ball back. Keldon ISO ball, one on bum, double comes. He pulls up, rises up, and that's good. He's out. He said, man, we're not going down 20 in the first half again. 28-35, they're on a 10-2 run. Brunson's heating up. He said, I'm not waiting to the fourth quarter to turn it on. I'm turning it on now. Wemby at the elbow, drives, throws his body, tries to get contact. They don't bail him out with the foul. He's got the own offensive rebound, brings it back out to the three-point line, and he wants ISO. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. ISO with Mitchell, and Mitchell knocks the ball loose. Wemby can't get a shot. He's going to have to force it up. Fox puts up a three, and that's good. Yeah, screening with his hands every single time. Brunson bringing the ball up, 10-point game. Gets a screen. He has Fox on him. He spins on Fox. Gets to his spot, mid-range, puts up a runner, and they're going to give him a foul. He's going to the free throw line. There was a lot of contact. Boy, somebody got on some orthopedic shoes out there, boy. Was that Scott Foster's shoes that just showed in the camera? Boy, them orthopedic, I know he got some insoles. He got 2 pair of insoles in them joints. Boy, that boy got flat feet. Did you see his feet going inward? Sheesh. First free throw missed by Brunson. That's a big free throw. Who feet was that they showed in them black shoes, that referee? That boy feet was going in like them old school cars, them Vatos be driving in LA. It was going in. That joint was leaning in. Yeah, the hand checking is correct. They allowing the hand checking, but it's the playoffs. I'm not mad at it, but Brunson gets the second free throw to go down. They're down 9 points. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the quarter. Fox splits a double team or splits a screen, kick out to the corner, and that's a brick. That was Castle. OG rebound, Brunson. Somebody's got to come along to the party with Brunson. I think it's got to be OG or Cat. Somebody's got to come along. Can't be him by himself. He playing. He's got Vassell on him. A lot of contact. 3-pointer from Mikal Bridges, and that's good from the top of the key in Fox's face. Yes, in the face. In the face. You can hear some Knicks crowd members screaming and cheering. A block by Towns on Castle, but he threw his body to the ground, and he's going to the free throw line. Like clockwork. Is that 3 fouls on Towns? You can't even remember the fouls. And like clockwork, I told you, every game, at least 3 Knicks are in foul trouble. And we've seen the first Knick with 3 fouls in the first half is Carrington Towns. Let me see if he got 3 fouls. And yes, Carrington Towns has 3 fouls. OG has 2. Carrington Towns is going to go to the bench, so OG is going to have to guard Wemby a little bit more. And OG will pick up his 3rd foul before the half. So they're right on par with everything. 3 fouls on Towns. I said every game is 3 Knicks in foul trouble. Right now we got 1, and OG is on deck. If y'all like baseball, he's on deck. By the time we get to the 4th quarter, it'll be 4 fouls on Carl, 4 fouls on Anunoby, and probably 3 on Mikal Bridges. On the Spurs side, Wemby got 3 fouls? And no one else has more than 1. Wow, Wemby has 3 fouls. That's a first. Interesting. Let's see how that plays out. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. The Geek Show, what's good? Skip Bailey just tweeted Wemby the most overprotected player on earth. He probably was reacting to them overturning that foul again. But that's one thing they go do for Wemby is overturn some fouls. They go overturn some fouls, dog. Blitz said he had the Knicks in 6. But how the refs keep cheating for the Spurs, I want the Knicks to win tonight. Yeah. There's a lot of people that feel like that. Man. I'm going to call out these screens every time they set these bad screens, y'all. I want the screens cleaned up. I mean, I like the physical play in the playoffs, so I'm not complaining about that. But I want these screens cleaned up. Like, people was complaining about flopping and foul baiting. Screens need to be cleaned up, dog. We got to clean these screens up on ball and off the ball. Like, I hate the screen where you at the top of the key and the player is bringing the ball up court. He's not even yet at half court yet. I hate where they're allowing the screener to walk up directly behind you, not on the side, because technically when you set a screen, you're supposed to be a stationary wall that doesn't move. And the ball handler is supposed to manipulate the defender in a way to where when they go this way, they run the defender right into their stationary wall. The screener can't get you with elbow or shoulder or anything outside of their frame. They got to, the perfect screen is if you hit directly in the center of my chest. I can't stick my legs out too far to try to screen you. my elbows, arms. I can't lean and hit you. None of that. I'm supposed to be a stationary, and you run right into my chest, which means I have to be disciplined as a screener, and the ball handler has to be disciplined as a ball handler. You got to get as close as possible to the person setting the screen. That way, there's no space between you and the screener that the defender can get over the screen and go right through it with you. Our bodies almost got to touch when I go by you. So a lot of times the ball handler could mess up and not get close enough to the screener to where the screener moves a little bit to try to get a piece of them and gets a foul called on them. But that foul is really not the screener's fault. It's the ball handler's fault. So keep that in mind. That's how screen's supposed to work. When did we start allowing, I'm not even on the side of the defender. I'm behind him, and whichever way the ball handler chooses to go, I get to put my hands on you and your back. And the way they're doing it is like they're acting like it's a ghost screen to where they come up, fake the screen, and then dive, right? You know, you can go screen, or you can you can do it that way where you dive. And I guess they're saying that's a natural motion where like you're not pushing him to screen, you're pushing off to kind of like build your momentum to dive to the basket. So they're allowing it, and I hate it. Knicks got the ball. 3 goes up for Mikal Bridges, and that's in and out. 8-point lead. Spurs bringing the ball up. Fox got the ball top of the key, dancing on OG, passes the champion, he gets it back. OG still on Fox. Fox gets to a spot, pulls up mid-range, and that's a brick. Rebound goes to OG. OG gives it up to Brunson. They got numbers. Brunson pulls up from 3. That's in and out. Rebound Vassell kicks out the Castle. They don't got numbers, but he's trying to force it. He's got the ball top of the key. Let's bring it out. No Wemby on the court, so it's gonna be all dribble drive from here. All dribble drive. You get no offense from Cornette. They get a steal. Knicks bring the ball back up. Knicks. Josh Hart gets to the rim. He gets pushed in the back, throws it up and one. I'm shocked they called it. That was obvious. You got to call that though. They wouldn't have called it if he didn't shoot the ball. They gave it to him because that type of contact on a shot attempt, you just got to call it. But that was an obvious push. But those are pushes that they've been getting away with all night and all series. That was a push in the back. But Fox is probably like, dude, you've been letting us do this since the first quarter. Like, why decide it's a foul now? And now the tweets are about to start going out about Fox throwing games now. Fox can't do nothing wrong. He missed a jump shot and fouled on the other end. Fox can't do anything right. And one for Josh Hart going to the free throw line. Oh, they're gonna look at this for a flagrant. Yeah, he didn't go for the ball. They might get. I mean, they you know, but you know what the call would be if it was Wemby though. There was no wind up. There was no follow through. Let's see when they say it. We will look at it. There was no wind up. There was no follow through. There was no wind up. There was no follow through. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Let's see what Steve Javie say. Okay, so Steve Javie, the former great official Steve Javie, said he would upgrade it to a flagrant. Oh, Scott Foster is firing on all cylinders tonight. Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Yeah, he said 8-point lead ain't gonna be enough, man. You might be right. Because we already know who the better second half team is. Knicks is the better second half team. This looks like rec league coordination. No passing, just wild shots out there. There's only 10 seconds left in each possession. Wild basketball these days, and 8-footer can't play in the paint. Yeah, I hear you. 8-footer can't get in the paint. He 8 foot. When he raised his hands is 9'9". He's 1 inch away from touching the rim when he raised. As a matter of fact, he might be 10. His hands might reach 10 feet. I'm pretty sure it does. He can dunk without jumping, but he at the 3-point line. Double on Brunson, he gets rid of it. Mikal gets it. He's got to drive, and that runner is good, and they cut the lead to 3. No Wemby on the floor yet with his 3 fouls. No Towns on the floor with his 3 fouls. Fox top of the key, and they got to rely on dribble drive for all their offense without Wemby. And that's what they go to. And that's Harper with a sweet turnaround fadeaway at the elbow. He misses it. Rebound goes to the Spurs, and they call a loose ball foul on Josh Hart. And all Champagnie did was dove to the ground, and they call a loose ball foul on Josh Hart. Let's see the replay. See, are they going to show the replay on this foul they called? They're showing the Knicks replay right now. Rightfully so, but I want to see that replay on the foul y'all just called. Show that replay. Then I go show that. I guess it ain't time for the Knicks to take over the game. They wanted to give the Spurs a little help. Cornette sets the screen up. He's moving on that screen and using hands. Fox got OG on him. OG on him like white on rice. He pulls up from 3, and that's a brick. Rebound, Josh Hart gets it to Brunson. Brunson brings the ball up on Champagnie. He's going to blow by that. OG in the post on Fox. Cornette already helping, pre-rotating. Ball in the corner of Mikal. Back to Hart. Hart dribble on Harper. Pulls up. Runner. That's a brick. Tap the rebound. Knicks fighting for it. Fox comes out with it. 12 seconds. That's the same amount of seconds where he went for that layup last game, and he pulls it out this time. Uses a screen. Gets around it. He gets fouled. Passes to Vassell. Knicks are playing D good. Vassell gets a shot up on the buzzer, and that's good. 42-37. That's going to count. 42-37 at the half. That's what we're looking at. What y'all think so far? It's a tough game. Tough game. Vassell. Ooh, did he get rid of it? I think he did. Look at Wemby, that humble pie. Man, what's up, man? Talk to me, y'all. What y'all think? Let me open the phone line up. All right, y'all. Call in and talk to me about this game. Let me check these WNBA scores because there was a couple of good teams playing tonight. Fever got a win. Caitlin Clark had a good game. I want to say that was the Aces playing tonight. I think the Aces was playing as well. Aces are playing right now in Minnesota. They're up 5 in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes, 52 seconds left. And Dallas is playing Portland. They're down 3. Let's see what's going on in this game. Natasha Howard, Olivia Miles. This rookie is so good, dog. 6 turnovers tonight, though. The Aces turning her over. Only 1 assist. They're forcing her to be a scorer tonight. It's working, but they only got a 5-point lead. 22 for Natasha Howard, 19 for Olivia Miles, Courtney Williams, 17, McBride, 16. They balling. Not much from the bench, though. And the 6 turnovers by the rookie is a lot. Chelsea Gray, the point guard, got 21, 7 assists, only 3 turnovers. Aja Wilson, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. Jackie Young, 14. Kennedy Carter, only 7 minutes off the bench, only 4 points. Man, she got her minutes cut. She ain't gonna be happy about that. Let's see what's going on with Dallas. The rookie, AZ Fudd, 13 points. 3 out of 5, 3 for 5 behind the arc, only 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Trying to stuff the stat sheet. Agumbawali, 12 points. And Paige Buckets is not playing. That's my only knock on Paige. She got those Kenny Smith knees. They're not as bad as Kenny Smith's right now, but you can see it. I don't know how you get the Kenny Smith knees. Everybody who got the Kenny Smith knees has tore their ACL for the most part before. Tim Hardaway got Kenny Smith knees worse than Kenny Smith. Tim Hardaway, the dad, not Junior. Tim Hardaway knees. Oh man. And Candace Parker got him as well. She didn't have him when she was playing him, but she got him now. But Paige knees are made like that naturally. And somebody did like a sports study where it was 2 things that I was interested in. One, they did a sports science study on how people land, people that can jump high in basketball. They studied the ones who actually tear their ACLs, and I think the study was overwhelmingly that the people who landed on 1 foot after their dunks, and the key person that they used for this was Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose went up very high, but he leaned, and when he dunked, he usually landed on 1 leg, and then the other foot would come down. But they said that most of the dunkers who's never tore their ACL, they usually tend to land on both their feet, right? So that was one thing that I thought was interesting. The other thing I thought was interesting, I don't think it came from a sports science study. I think this came from one of my friends, Jarrell Bailey, who was a trainer. He trained Dennis Smith Jr. And I think he told me that people who dunk a lot tend not to be really great shooters, and he think it's because of how high they get and how they dunk. They usually bang their arm or their wrist a lot on the rim, and that's your shooting hand, right? And whether you don't feel like it's hurting or nothing like that, you're banging it a lot over time, and then you got to shoot. You know what I mean? And he said, man, I think it's a correlation with that, with these hard dunkers and how well they can shoot, because they do damage to their arm, which is also another thing with running quarterbacks. Cam Newton, if you look at how he played football, imagine the reason why they protect the quarterback is because it's a lot of reasons. I don't want to get into it, but imagine you playing like a running back and falling on your elbow, on your wrist, on your hand. Like when you get tackled, you're falling on all this stuff that you're supposed to be using to throw. And even if you fall on the opposite side, like everything that you do with your mechanics and your hips and all of that goes in, your whole body goes into how accurate you are as a passer. And, I also think running quarterbacks are also someone that needs to be studied, because I think it messes with their accuracy a little bit by how much they're getting hit, tackled, and falling to the ground. And back to what started this conversation, those knock knees wear out over time with a lot of wear and tear. And we've already seen an ACL injury from Paige, and now she's out. And I bet you had something to do with her lower extremities, her knees or her legs or something like that. She just got them knock knees, man. And I don't think knock knees is the best legs to have. I'd rather be bow-legged. If I'm a be an athlete, I'd rather be bow-legged. Being knock-kneed, that's not recommended for a lot of running and jumping and starting and stopping and all that stuff. I don't want knock knees. But Paige got those knock knees, man. So, and then she's skinny with it, man. So, and the crazy thing about it is Zion, all the three things that I named, Zion has all three. He lands on one leg a lot when he jumps. He's knock-kneed, and he dunks really hard with his hands a lot. So all of that is going to affect him. His shooting, all that dunking you doing is messing with your shooting hand during the game. Your knock knees and all that jumping with all that weight, that's going to be wear and tear. That's going to mess with you. And then how you land after your dunks. He's at risk for everything. He's at risk for everything. He said Wemby gets gas early, so they have to sit him. Yeah, he do get gas. They do rest him a lot. Yeah, if the Spurs had a 40-point lead during warm-ups, they probably had a shot tonight. I think the Spurs done blew the load. Oh, man. Feeling the play-by-play. Yeah, play-by-play is fun sometimes, man. As far as away from the basket as possible. I don't know what we was talking about when that comment came up. He has to shed the extra weight. Zion for sure. Yeah, you know what? I ain't even seen. You remember when they used to try to put all Zion games on TV? Bro, I don't know the last time I seen a Zion game, dog. New Orleans ain't getting on TV no more. Nobody want to see Zion. He might not ever be an all-star again. I mean, I'm like, dang, man. For the sake of basketball, for the 3 or 4 years we got left of Zion being prime, please let him go to Miami or somewhere where he can, you know what I mean? Let him go somewhere where we can enjoy him in the NBA. Because New Orleans ain't gonna be the spot. They can't get out of him what they need. Fancy said Chuck just said play Harper and Castle and sit Fox. Yeah, this might not be Fox head might not be in it no more, man. But I don't mind it. Geek said Zion. Yeah, I don't mind sitting Fox. But he still got to play. You know, you're not gonna. I mean, it's a closeout, so you got to ask yourself, do you want to go with Harper and Castle? I mean, because Castle ain't having a good game like that for real either. So, do you want to go with Castle and Harper down the stretch and make them play every minute of the second half and not play Fox at all? Is that the answer, or do you just want to start Harper over Fox and give Fox the reserve minutes? Let me look at these stats. Let me see what from what I remember, Castle ain't particularly balling like that. I understand Harper. Harper is he's on a heater. As a matter of fact, you might want to go Harper right out of the gate. But thinking that Castle is on Harper level right now tonight, that ain't the truth. Castle 2 points, 0 for 7. He ain't hit a shot yet either. Harper 4 for 6, 11 points with only 14 minutes. Fox 17 minutes, 5 points, 2 for 8, hit 1 3. Right? He at least doing something. Castle got 2 turnovers, Fox got 1. Fox ain't, I mean, come on now. Like, I understand Harper, but y'all acting like Castle doing this thing. Castle is not doing this thing. He looking like shit in shallow water as well. For sure. But y'all got to give people space to be human, man. Like Carlton Towns is 1 for 5, 2 points with 3 fouls and 4 turnovers. Are we saying, hey man, we gotta sit Carlton Towns down and we gotta go with whoever's on the bench? Nah, you go home with the girl you brought to the prom. You go home with the girl you brought to the prom. You know what I mean? So if we lose this way, We lose putting our best foot forward. I had my vet out there. Make a judgment call though. I'm with you on letting Harper start the second half. I'm with you on that. I'm with letting Harper finish the game. Let's see if that changes something. Let Harper finish because Harper keep losing his minutes in the fourth to Fox. Let Harper finish instead of Fox. I'm with it, but don't add Castle in there, Chuck. Don't act like Castle is doing this thing. But Castle is playing better defense than Fox though, so maybe that's what he meant. We keep Castle out there, but he's playing really good defense on whoever he switch on, including Karl-Anthony Towns and Brunson. So maybe that's what he meant. But y'all being real hard on Fox. It's a 5-point game, man. Fouls might become a factor in this game. 3 fouls on Towns, 3 fouls on Wemby. Fouls might become a factor in this game. I think it's already become a factor because Wemby wasn't in the game for the last 2 minutes. And I think that was because he had 3 fouls. He turned on the gas in a second. Refs are cheating so bad for the Spurs. But you know what, though? Even when they do, because they did that last game, even when they helped the Spurs out in the first half, they just they brought the Spurs to a point just to bring them to a point. And then they said, you're on your own now. You get what I'm saying? So even if they helped them out in the first half, they come out in the second half and be like, all right, go win it. I gave you a head start, go win it. And they didn't give the refs didn't give the Spurs not too many favors in the second half last game. Not that I can remember. And that's the problem when the whistle is part of your game plan. Like if you sitting down with your team and part of your game plan is we gotta play football, but if the refs don't let us play football, then we fucked. That's pretty much what the Spurs game plan is. Play football on defense. Hopefully the refs let us play for 4 quarters like that. Because if they don't, we're screwed. And that's what it's been. When the refs say, all right, y'all can't play football no more, or both of y'all can play football. We're gonna let the Knicks play football too. I'm like, oh shit, we fucked. Because that's what happened against OKC Thunder. They kept saying, oh, man, they let the Thunder get away with everything. They let them play physical and football, and we can't touch SGA. And the rest was like, all right, we're going to let you touch SGA, and we're not going to let them play football. Just so the Spurs can be like, all right, now we're going to play football. Like, they did all that crying in the media and in the post games talking about the Thunder just so they can turn around and be like, all right, now we're going to do it. What we complained about, we're going to do it now. And the Thunder was sitting here like, oh shoot, okay. So we got to win this game. Okay, we'll try to win it this way. And they win 7 games and they almost won it that way. But if the refs is part of your game plan, you don't have a real game plan because you don't know what the refs game plan is. The refs game plan might be to call it like that for one half, but call it a totally different way in the second half, and now you screwed. Now you screwed. So we'll see. Richard Jefferson with the clean baldy and the Robbins vest. Man got on the 3-piece, but he ain't got his suit jacket on with it. Man, I never walk around with just the vest. I don't like the way the shirt bunch up right under the vest. I'd rather just go straight tie and t-shirt and button up. All right, second half starting. Castle bringing the ball up. They're up 5 points. Champagnie coming to set a screen. Castle's driving, throws a lob. 4th foul on Karl-Anthony Towns on a out of control lob play The pass was like that is a bad fourth foul to start the second half. Wemby pushed Carrington Towns slightly, and Carrington Towns placed his elbow in his stomach while he was in the air, and Wemby fell backwards because the pass was bad, but him falling backwards made it look like he was pushed, and the foul is on Carrington Towns. 4 fouls on call. That's going to be significant. Fox puts up a 3, and that's a brick. Rebound, Knicks. Hart bring the ball up. Here's Jalen Brunson. He uses a screen. Mitchell dives off the screen or rolls, whatever you want to call it. They missed the corner 3. Rebound, Wemby gets it out to Fox. How soon we see Fox before we see Harper? Wemby gets the ball, gets in the air, throws the ball. What are they calling? What are they calling? A push off in the back on Castle. That's why I don't want my 7'4" guy driving to the hole, because if he don't get to the rim and he has to make the pass, he's not that type of passer. He throws some nonsense up, and Castle had to foul to try to get the ball, and the ref saw it. They're shocked because they're used to not getting anything called on them. Knicks trying to get a shot off. They're a little bit sloppy. Mikal Bridges using the screen. He's got Wemby on him. He throws up a runner, and that's good. Fox got the ball. He's going to use Wemby screen, kick out, Champina corner 3, and that's good. That's a good sign for the Spurs. Instead of him getting hot in the first half and shooting all his bullets out, he starts out hitting his first 3 in the second half. Now Wemby don't have to guard Mitchell because Towns on the bench with 4 fouls, and Mitchell just got the ball in the 3-point line, and Wemby is chilling. But that doesn't matter. Brunson gets to a spot, rises up at the free throw line, and hits the jump shot. A bad screen set by Cheney. Remember, I was telling you about those screens. The ball handler is not close enough to the screener, so the screener got to overcompensate a little bit, and they should be calling those. That's not a screen. You're not set. I don't know why Castle is shaking his head. You're a bad ball handler to run screens with because you're so far away from the screener that it don't even make no sense for the screener to try to screen because I can't get there without being illegal. I can't get a piece of the guy or the defender without being illegal. Let's see what kind of screen they set here. I hate that screen too where you were able to turn and get a piece of me. I want the screen stationary. I don't want that turn where I can hit you with my butt. I don't want that. I want the screen stationary. Make screens great again. Sloppy Knicks. Wemby get a block. Bring the ball up like he's the point guard. Get it to Champagnie. Get it back to Wemby. He gets a dunk and a push in the back, and that's a dangerous foul. They might look at that for a flagrant as well. Geek Show, put what on the shirt? What'd I say? Make screens great again. Mitchell didn't get back on defense, so he had a place. Now he touched his back. Was it a push? I beg to differ. I think that was more of a push than Carrington Towns' though. But it's not enough for Wemby to go flying like that. Yeah, that was not enough for Wemby to go flying like that. That's a flop. Yeah, that was a flop. Yeah, I don't care about nothing about James Harden getting arrested. He had illegal. Was the firearm unregistered or illegal? I'm not sure. Upgraded to a flagrant. I mean, that's consistent. That's consistent. But I think Fox was more of a push than this one was, and I think Carrington Towns wasn't a push at all. But you can't put your hands in nobody back while they going up. You gotta be more disciplined than that. Do your work early. Yeah, I can see that. But anytime Wemby feels a hand in his back, he does that though. Now that's a push. That was obvious. You can see the extension on his arm on that one. And he leaned forward. But that was obvious. So the Knicks start out sloppy on offense and undisciplined on defense. And it cost them a 4th foul on Karl-Anthony Towns and a flagrant on Mitchell. They're down 6 points, 47-41. Wemby at the free throw line. He's going to knock this one down. It ain't the four. Oh, he missed it. I jinxed him. My bad. I would have liked to see them get Fox on the free throw line for this just to get his confidence up a little bit because you feel like you might need him in the 4th. So I would have liked to see my point guard on the free throw line for those techs. Hold on. Yeah, they should be able to choose who shoot those techs. They don't have to be the person who got the flagrant. I'm not sure. Maybe that's what it is. All right. Champini gets another 3-point attempt from the corner, not from the and that's good. All right. So Spurs run some offense, and the ball is popping. I like that screen by Mitchell. Brunson got the ball, got some pressure on him with Champini. Is he gonna call for a screen? No, he wants it one on bomb. He takes him, he gets to a spot, step back, and Castle reached in undisciplined and fouls him on the way up. He's getting free throws. Smart move by Brunson. Castle is shaking his head again. You let me do this to SGA. Why can't I do it to Brunson? Oh, they're going to call this not in the act of shooting. Okay, I agree with that. The foul was before the shot. Yeah. I agree with that, Brunson. I agree with that. Get the ball back, make something happen. Pass to Hart. Hart gets it back to OG. OG got Vassell on him. He gets corner 3 from Mikal Bridges. That's a short brick. Vassell brings the ball up, gives it to Wemby. Wemby going to try to play some guard. Spins, gets into a tough shot, and he makes it. Can't be mad at him when he make it. They're going to create some separation. They're up 12, double digits now. Brunson trying to run. Oh, Mikal gets an open 3, and that goes down. They're fighting back. 9-point lead, 44-53. Wemby playing guard again with Mitchell on him. Trying to dance. Gets the Champini back to Wemby. Dribble handoff with Castle. Don't get it. He pulls the 3, and that's a brick. That's the shit I don't like. That's going to keep the Knicks in the game. Brunson got the ball. They're reaching on him. Some pressure, pushed off, got to a spot, pulls up, and that's good. He's feeling it. Brunson is feeling it. 46-53, he's feeling it. He's guarding Champini. Castle uses the Wemby screen. Wemby dives, pass to the corner. Vassell, pump fake, gets to the hole, throws up a lob. There's no foul. Wemby tried to jump over a Nick. Some contact at the legs. And they call the foul on OG, it looks like. Let's see. So OG's trying to box out. They're fighting for a box out. And they're going to call a foul on that? Vassell put a shot up. And OG was boxing out. But the shot identified itself as a pass. So Wemby went to go try to catch it it was a lob, but he was getting boxed out, and they call a foul, loose ball foul. Wemby goes to the bench because he's gassed. Cornette comes in. Harper comes in. He gets all the way to the cup that easy. He's probably going to play the rest of this quarter. Nobody stopping him from getting to a spot. Mikal Bridges got to step up. He's a good defender. He's got to step up. They got to start getting beat by OG. Ball in the corner. He puts up a 3, blocked by Vassell. Out of bounds. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 9-point lead, San Antonio 55-46. He said 4 minutes and he gassed. Boy, hey, the pump fake and having a wide open lane to get to the paint, but trying to step aside for a three is 10 NBA players up. Landry Shamet comes in. He hasn't been a factor from three since last series. Shamet really got to get his head out of his ass if they want to get this championship. He can't be like Shamet is supposed to be that three-point shooter. He did this when he was with the Clippers. He sold on them. Oh, was it the Clippers or the Brooklyn Nets? Brunson gets all the way to the cup for a left-hand scoop shot. There's no shot blocker down there. Just Cornet. Anybody can go down there. Anybody can get down there. Shot up by Champagnie from the corner. That's a brick. Rebound by the best rebounding guard in the league, Josh Hart. He brings the ball up, gets it to Shamet. Shamet's not even looking at the three. He's so off from three, he's not even looking at it. But Brunson hits the back iron, he misses, but he cusses in, almost get the rebound. Spurs come down with it. Hart guarding Harper dancing on him. Gets by him. He gets contact. Those are fouls. He gets some contact, but no call. OG gets all the way to the paint, puts up something off the glass, it goes in, cut the lead to 5. Harper is exaggerated. Once he get by you with that going right, he wants to come back to that left hand, and what he does is he bends his back in such a way where it looked like if your hand is on his back, it looked like the way his back bent is because of the contact, and it looks like a foul, but the referees don't think it was. Super chat from John Wayne. Harper needs more playing time. Sit Fox. It looked like that's what they doing. There's no follow your shot, no box out, no actual play being ran to get someone a good shot with rebounders, boxing out type ball, wouldn't pass in high school. Why is this? Wemby with the threes. I don't even want to watch this crap, but I'll watch so I can see how rigged it. Yeah, Sherman has no confidence in his game too. As a Lakers fan, sorry to hear that, Geek Show. Watching all these young corp get chips, all-stars, still make me feel a certain type of way. You should, because y'all leader said, forget them picks. Bring me a vet. He said, F them picks. Boy, this is a closeout game, and Wemby doing load management. That ain't good. That is not good. Let's see what's going on in the WNBA. Man, I really like the WNBA. Tie ball game 71-71 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left with Dallas and Portland in the game. Aces get a 3-point win against the Lynx. Olivia Miles finishes with 29. So I would have to watch that game and see what they did to turn her over so many times. 6 turnovers. And on only 2 only 1 assist. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, but she turned into a scorer tonight. 29 points. She led all scores, including Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson only had 24 off of 15 shots. But the rookie led all scores with 29. I can't wait to watch that game. Olivia Miles is her. He said he didn't sign off on LBJ. Somebody signed off, big dog. Oh, man. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button. Man. It's good you like the NBA because if you're ahead of the game, you'll be an even big podcaster and get tremendous offers on your channel. I hope you blow up and get great money on your channel. Appreciate that hot spot. He says, good you like the NBA because if you're ahead of the game, you'll be a even big podcast. What that mean if I'm ahead of the game? I'll be an even big cup. I don't know exactly what they mean. Oh, WNBA. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Got you. Harper pull up, and that's cash. Come straight out of the timeout and get right to it. He's ready to boogie, man. It's crazy this guy's a rookie. I'm sitting here talking about how much I like daggone Olivia Miles. But Dylan Harper, but that is a crazy hand check. Boy, that is crazy hand check. Oh, Shamet got a wide open three and don't want it. Oh, my God. Shamet, pull up, baby. They need you. That rimmed out. He finally got a three up and it rimmed out. The rotation is spinning the wrong way. It's that tornado three. Lob to Wemby. He goes up and he gets a layup. That should be every play. This dude want to be a guard. Oh, he finally shakes Harper off without a hand check and gets a three up and lands on somebody's foot, and he might have twisted his ankle. He didn't have a landing space. I got to look. Oh, and the Spurs come right back down here, hit a three. He didn't have a landing space, and he's going off on the referee. He better watch out before he get a tech. But you can tell he faked that ankle injury because he's walking fine now. He just wanted them to see that he didn't have a landing space. But ain't nothing wrong with his ankle, though. He's begging for a tech. Let's see what happened. Oh, that's on Wemby? Oh, of course they're not gonna call it on Wemby. Are you serious? That's an automatic technical foul. Of course they're not gonna call it on Wemby. That's an automatic technical foul. They're not going. That means Wemby is suspended for a game if he gets that. So he will be suspended for game 6. They're not. Listen, I told y'all last stream. We did our show. We did our live yesterday. I said I don't care what Wemby does. He's not getting that last tech for a suspension. It's impossible. He's not. He's going to have to actually get in a fight to get that last tech. Wemby can run up to the refs and pull his pants down and moan them and not get a tech. They're not giving him a tech. They're not giving him tech, which is the reason why they didn't give Brunson a tech by him running up and getting in the ref's face, screaming at him, and then got the ball and walked up to another ref and threw the ball in his chest. So they let Brunson get away with that because, like, yeah, we know that you were supposed to get a foul on that, but we can't give Wemby that tech, dog. They're not going to give Wemby that tech. It's impossible. He can actually do that again. The very next play, he can be in his landing space one more time with his foot. He's not getting the tech. It's impossible. I told y'all that last what's today? Saturday. I told y'all that last night. I don't care what he's going to get. He's not going to get that tech. You're right, Mill, because he won't get that suspension. They're not letting it go down. Not letting that go down. But yeah, the Knicks got a right to be mad, but it is what it is. It's an entertainment business. Hey, it's entertainment, dog. We can't let it go down like that. They can review it after the game. Well, no. So even when he threw Brunson down by the head, that should have been a flagrant. And they reviewed it and still said we're not going to upgrade it. So it's kind of hard to not call a foul on something and then review it after the game and then upgrade it to a flagrant. Like it wasn't even a foul. So they didn't call a foul when he threw Brunson down 2 games ago. So when they went and looked at it, they was like, man, we're not going to upgrade it. So they didn't. So even if they look at this play, they're not going to upgrade it. And it's not going to be on the 2-minute report because it's not the last 2 minutes of the game. So you're not going to see any accountability from the refs or the NBA on that call. Right. So, yeah, that's exactly what this. That's exactly what that was, y'all. Sports is an entertainment business. Enjoy the circus. Absolutely. Politics is an entertainment business too now. That's landing space. That's the definition. That's the definition. And look at the physicality and hand checking they're allowed by Dylan Brooks. And you hear Tim Legler and Richard Jefferson on the call saying that was clear cut a flagrant foul. Clear cut. They both called and said that is a clear cut flagrant foul. Clear cut. Look at the physicality about Fox. Anybody can hand check Brunson, but he's playing through it. So I'm glad he is. Look like McHale got hit in the face. No call on that. Play through it, dog. You're not getting it, man. Play through it. Yo, this is funny, boy. Jump ball, Mikal Bridges and Dylan Harper. Hey, they can get away with whatever they want to get away with on the ball. Defense. Shamet puts up a shot. His confidence is done. And Dylan Harper confidence is through the roof. He brings the ball up. He's on the floor with Fox, but the ball is in his hand. He's dancing. Give it to Wemby. Give it to Fox. Uses the Wemby screen with his hands again off the push off. Kick out to oh my God, Harper from 3, and that's good. Hey, this boy is balling. I know Ron Harper proud. And the defense, look at it, 2-hand checks on Vassell. Everybody can do a 2-hand check Brunson. And he runs into traffic. That's absolutely nothing you can do with a 2-hand check off the dribble drive. Like, you have to go, and they've already got Towns out of the game with 4 fouls, so they can't even go in the post. The only offense is Brunson's dribble drive, but they're allowing 2-hand checks at the half court line. It's nothing he's gonna be able to do. Nothing they gonna be able to do. Knicks get the jump ball. Brunson got the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. That's the hand check. 2-hand check. If he tried to go, he's getting pushed. Get to a spot. He gets a shot, and the shot is a brick. Fighting for the rebound. Look like a loose ball foul. Wemby is in disbelief. Why? Did he get hit in the face? Why is he in disbelief? Wemby is in disbelief. Why? Why is Wemby in disbelief? They're fighting for that rebound. Okay, he touched his face. Oh, came down with the elbow. Oh, he's in disbelief because he didn't get that call. Okay. There's a push off. He pushed him coming off the screen. So when he come off the dribble handoff, he's able to push him in the back because he was trailing him on the screen. So he's pushing him in the back so he can't turn the corner. So they let him get away with the original push. Look. He's behind him, so he pushes it in the back so he can get him off the path, and then he comes and gives him more body contact in the push, and they finally call the second one. So that initial push actually helps them on defense because he's not turning the corner. That's what they used. That's what they was doing last series against SGA as well. But you see how Brunson just fell? Twitter would have exploded if SGA fall like that off a push. Twitter would have just went off, and so would ESPN the next morning. So they got him on the second one. Hey man, we letting you get away with the first push, man. Don't do the second one. That's what the ref is saying. Hey man, we're allowing the first one, not the second one. And this is the environment they've created and saying that, Knicks, you have to close them out in this game that we just created. We've created this game. You have to go win in this game. A game where your big man is in foul trouble. I told y'all that was going to happen before the game. He's trailing again. Okay, let's see the two hands on him. Two hands. It's a really good hand check. And the defense is everywhere. It's like it's 6 men on the floor for them. And it really is, because the 6th man has a whistle. Rebound, San Antonio. Wemby brings the ball up, gets it to Keldon Johnson. And the foul for Harper. In this game that they've created, that's not supposed to be a foul. And not in this game. The game that they've created, that's not supposed to be a foul. Yeah, that's not a foul in this game. Verticality, hand straight up. He got his hand. I call it. I say it's a foul. Hey, President Trump had like a circus in front of the White House today, man. They had ramps out there and people out there on bikes doing flips and tricks and stuff like that. I got to get a new HDMI cable, man. I gave my HDMI cable to Jay. I traded with him. I got his, and mine was better. Like it's a little lag in my camera now. And the 6 man has a whistle. But you got to know what it is, dog. You got to know what it is. Yeah, Fancy, look it up. See what's going on in front of the White House today. That's the hand check at the half court. OG got to put up a 3, and that's a brick. Clarkson is in the game. I was about to call him Kelly Clarkson. Clarkson is in the game getting some minutes. They just can't go with Shamet no more. Shamet's just not getting them nothing. Harper gets to the hole, puts up a shot, gets his own rebound, puts it up. The Knicks know they can't touch Harper. If he gets contact, he's going to the line, so they're letting him play, get away with stuff. But there's another hand check on Brunson. Push. Harper can push Brunson. Like they let him get the first push, but he keeps pushing. Jalen Brownson gets the foul call. He gets to the line. I think what the Knicks should do here is put Mikal Bridges on Harper and see if he can get away with the 2-hand check the way they're doing it on this end. 24 bench points for the Spurs, 0 for the Knicks. And 21 of those 24 points coming from Dylan Harper. You got to see if you can get away with the 2-hand check as well. If the rest are allowing it, you have to do it. You can't come down here and give Harper cushion on defense. We always learn teams that press don't like to be pressed. So if you come out and press us, we go press you right back and see if you can handle the pressure. Like you might got a good press, but can your guys handle the press? So I want to see, you see all the cushion that Hart is giving Castle? I want to see their guards up on them at half court and giving them hand checks as well. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Don't give them cushion. You got to get them pressure. But they're looking at how they're calling the game. It's like, man, we're not getting away with no contact. We got 4 fouls on Towns quickly. They're not allowing us to get there. But what I would tell my guys, you don't have nothing to lose. They've created a game that we can't win very easily. So let's go ahead and just play the way we want to play. And I would rather 5 of us foul out than us play without fouling and get beat. If we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose with by halftime. I want 2 people fouled out by halftime. So the NBA can be like, man, what the heck are y'all doing? They done turned the TV off because Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns are both on the bench in the third quarter, fouled out. Good block by whoever that guy was. Brunson comes up, gets it to Clarkson. Clarkson puts it up. Now, he's not going to be shy the way Shamet has been shy. Clarkson got that three up almost before he even caught the ball. He was already in his shooting motion. The screen and pushing the back by Kornet, that's that pushing the back I was telling you about. Did y'all see the pushing the back by Kornet? That was a screen. That was a screen. I hate the screens in the NBA. They literally allow a pushing the back as a screen. Please show the replay. Kornet pushed him in the back at the top of the key for a screen and rolled. Salute, homie. Wemby coming back in the game. He got a breather. Harper's coming back in the game, taking his knee strap on. He got a breather. He did hurt. Did he hurt that? Yeah, he did hurt that knee in the OKC series. He's wearing a sleeve. And when he goes to the bench, he puts on a brace. Castle at the free throw line. 14-point lead. He puts it up. And that's good. 70-55, 15-point lead. We still ain't seen but 5 seconds of Karl-Anthony Towns in the second half. I hate that screen. That screen was bad too. You wasn't stationary and you used your hands. I hate that. Stop that. Let's see if he gives a decent screen here. Oh, that's sloppy. Let's see the screen. Okay, I'm okay with that one. Hart puts up a three. And that's good, 58-70. Now they're pressing a little bit, but they're letting Castle bring the ball up with no pressure. Clarkson is on him at the top of the key. There's a screen. Wemby sets a screen. Ball in the corner. Now Champagnie gets it for three, and that's off. Wemby over the back, gets the rebound, no call. He throws it away. Brunson steal. Brunson brings the ball up. He's got numbers if he hurries, gets to the hole, puts it up. He misses his offensive rebound. Knicks. McBride dribble, gets to Clarkson, dribble drive. He got some contact, but blocked by Harper. Let's see if this was a foul. No, that's good defense by Harper. A little bit of contact, but I'm good with that. This is discussing Wemby, the next face of the league, is going to be more like another LeBron. Anything close to Michael Kobe in these past two series just exposed that. I already don't want it. I'm with you. Can't get no offense without Towns out there. Only thing they got is Brunson. They're going to need Clarkson to hit some shots. That's the only offense they got on the court. Brunson puts up a three and gets some contact from Harper. I mean, they calling this contact on the shooting on the shot, but why they ain't calling the contact on the dribble? It's really a lot of hand checking. Call it one time and they'll change the whole defense. 27 points for Jalen Brunson, 10 for 24 for 7 beyond the arc. Let's see if there was a foul here. He's trailing them again, pushes him in, touches his back. I probably wouldn't have called it. But you can't touch a back. You can't touch the shooter while he's on his way up. They used to call it a tech in the leagues I played in the military, because it was two things that I hated that people started doing. I don't know if they still do it, but when you go up for your three, if they can't get there for a contest, they will poke you in your stomach. But it don't look like a push, but because you just put your hand there, but they will poke you, and you gotta be real disciplined to be able to stay in your, stay disciplined with your shooting form when someone's poking your stomach. They start calling it a tech. And another thing they used to do is when you shoot, if they can't get there in time to contest it, they'll duck and run under you like they're running under your legs. Of course, they're not running under your legs, but they're running right by, but they duck and run under, and it just feels like that you about to clip my legs. So a lot of times people that wasn't disciplined would contort their body on the way up because they messes with it. They start calling techs on that as well. Yep, and then clapping in your face when you shoot. I mean, it's so rec league and bush league for people even to do that. But when you playing in the military leagues, you playing with guys that played at a high level. Some guys played in college, some guys played in high school, and you got some guys who just played pickup basketball, you know, who just learn stupid stuff like that. Like real hoopers don't do that. Like what I'd rather defend you. Why am I clapping in your face when you shoot a three or running under your legs or poking you in your stomach? I hated those three things, but they started calling those techs in my league. But yeah, Brunson, Harper put his hand on his back and they called it a foul. Missed three from the corner by Fox. Rebound Knicks. They got a 9-point deficit with 20 seconds. They can hold for the last shot. Vassell got a hand check on Brunson. He's ready to push him if he tries to turn the corner. All right, he gave him a little jab, got some space. Now he's driving. He got by him. Pump fake, got his shot off, and it's not good. But the tip in is good by Mitchell. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. There's a 7-point lead. Wemby gets the half court, shoots the half quarter. And I thought that was going in, but it was short. 72-65. Way to weather the storm, Knicks. Way to weather the storm. This is going to be a big fourth quarter. But we'll know in the first call this fourth quarter. I remember in Game 7 when the Thunder was playing the playing the Spurs, and we got to the fourth quarter, and I remember Wemby got the ball on the baseline mid post, but he turned in face. And when he turned in face, he went up for a jump shot, and he turned in face with Hartenstein on him. And Chet came to help. And when Chet got there, he was already shooting. Chet jumped to contest, and they feet touched very slightly. You can go back and look at this. It was like the very beginning of the fourth quarter. And the whistle was so quick, shooting foul on Chet because they feet touch, Wemby to the line shooting two. The very next play, they come down, same spot. This time Chet didn't help. It was just Hartenstein. Wemby turned in face, pump fake, and then when he shot the ball, the contest was there, and the fingertips grazed his elbow, and they called the second shooting foul. He on the free throw line. And when I seen that, I said, good luck, OKC. Because they're letting you know right then and there, we're not going to let you touch them in this fourth quarter. We want hands off the merchandise. And, I don't know why they want hands off the merchandise, but that's the message they were sending. Hands off the merchandise. So we'll see who gets the hand off the merchandise treatment in this fourth quarter. We already seen in the third quarter they established Carter Towns. We're not letting you touch Wemby. Hands off the merchandise. You get your fourth foul, go sit down. Wemby hasn't yet to get his fourth foul. Right? Let's see who's in foul trouble. Remember, I don't know if y'all was here at the beginning of the stream, but I told y'all there's always been 3 guys in foul trouble every game for the Knicks. And there's only always one guy in foul trouble, and it's usually Castle. Castle's been in foul trouble 3 out of the 4 games, and Fox has been in foul trouble 1 out of the 4 games. But there's only one guy in foul trouble. When I say foul trouble, I mean that they had 4 more fouls. There's only one player per game for the Spurs who has 4 more fouls in these first 4 games. I'm about to check and see what it's like now. But it's always been 3 or more for the Knicks. So let's see what it is right now. They just don't let them play. Oh, they took a foul from Wemby. I thought he had 3. Wemby got 2 fouls. They must have took a foul away. I looked in the first half, he had 3, y'all. I know he did. But Castle is the only one. Castle has 3. He's the only one that gets in foul trouble, either him or Fox. But it's never both. It's one or the other. So Castle has his 3 fouls. So one person in foul trouble for the Knicks. For the Spurs, and for the Knicks, 4 on Anunoby. Did I tell y'all Anunoby would have 4 fouls by the third? I told y'all that. 4 on Towns. and 2 on Josh Hart. Josh Hart usually have about 3 at this time, but they took it easy on him. So 2 guys in foul trouble, 2 important guys for the Knicks. But Wemby never gets in foul trouble. They even took a foul away from him. That's crazy. That man he had 3 fouls. He going in reverse. He got 2 now. Knicks put up a 3. It misses by Clarkson. Rebound by the best rebounder guard in the league, Hart. Karl-Anthony Towns drives. He gets pushed by Wemby. No foul call. He throws the ball away. You see on the initial drive when they're trying to blow by the Spurs, all 5 Spurs on the court has the liberty to 2-hand push them to get them off the path. So when Wemby went for that pump fake, Karl-Anthony Towns tried to blow by him, but Wemby got a chance to got 2 hands on him to slow him down, and it kind of knocked him off his path, and he couldn't get to the paint standing straight up to even try a layup. So he tried to pass it out. Look at all the cushion that the ball handler gets for the Spurs, though. And they getting the open 3 from the corner from Keldon Johnson, and that's good. I want to see the first foul they call on the Knicks. Alvarado drives, kick, Josh Hart for 3, and that's good. They're fighting. All right. Hart trying to give a little bit of pressure on the ball. Clarkson giving a little bit of pressure on the ball, but they get an open 3 from Vassell. He misses that. Rebound, Keldon Johnson, kick out to Fox, back to Castle, back to Vassell. Pump fake drive. Wemby comes down, and he gets a dunk. (68-77) ball game. 10:28 left in the fourth. Mikal Bridges gets the ball. He's got Wemby on him. Wemby on the 3-point line. Let's see what happens when you try to drive and get around the corner. Let's see if Keldon Johnson put 2 hands on him. Clarkson got the ball. Oh, no. Hart still got it. He loses the ball on the dribble. Wait, what just happened? Did they call a shot clock violation? So the Knicks lose the ball. The Spurs get the ball on the steal, and the ball was knocked out of the Spurs' hand by Clarkson and went back to the Knicks, but Scott Foster calls a shot clock violation. But the shot clock should have reset it because there was a possession change. There was a steal by the Spurs. Shamet trying to play a little bit of defense. He gets pushed by Vassell. Now he's on the ball. Vassell got the ball with Hart on him. He stops that drive. Castle got the ball. They're giving him space. Vassell set a screen. I don't know what that was. Wemby rolls. He got a lob. He misses the lob. Rebound, Karl-Anthony Towns. Wemby wants a foul. He's throwing a tantrum like Tommy Pickles. Karl-Anthony Towns, hand check. He drives on Wemby anyway. Mikal gets it. Trying to buy. Oh, Shamet puts up a 3 with confidence. He finally gets one to go down. 71-77. Wemby just set another screen with his hands. Shamet getting tossed around like a rag doll. Castle getting into his pocket. Vassell puts up a 3, and that's good. Brunson at the scorer's table waiting to come in with 9 minutes left in the game. Alvarado bringing the ball up. He gets all the way to the cup. He puts something up on contested shot by Wemby. He misses it. Spurs come down, get the ball to Castle, and they call a foul, and Scott Foster could not have seen. Scott Foster's entire view of that play was covered by the back of Josh Hart, but somehow he saw a foul on that strip. I would love to see no call on it. It was going to the Spurs anyway, but how did Scott Foster see a foul there? So Castle gets 2 shots on that. But the Knicks get Brunson in the game. Castle 0 for 7 from field goal tonight. Man. It's always interesting how the fouls get distributed in this series. Josh Hart with his 3rd foul. I told you it's always going to be 3 Knicks in foul trouble by the time the fourth quarter gets here. And it's always only going to be one Spur. And it's usually Castle. I mean, the defense they're playing. Oh, I'm lying. Harper got 3 fouls too. He picked up those 2 quick ones in the last quarter. Harper got 3 fouls. So 3 fouls on Castle and Harper. But foul trouble to me is 4 or more. Unless it's like in the first half. You have 3 in the first half, that's foul trouble. But 3 in the second half, especially the fourth quarter, that's not foul trouble. But 4, that's foul trouble. And there's only 2 players on the court with 4 fouls, and they're both Knicks. Hotspot said they're challenging that foul. They should. I didn't see the replay. I didn't see if he got all ball, but I don't think Scott Foster saw it either. But here's the thing. It don't matter. They're not going to overturn it. They're not going to overturn it. That's not how the flow of the game is going. They're not going to overturn that call. But they made sure they ain't let the Knicks play their game, boy. They said, Karl Anthony Towns, you can play game 6, but we ain't going to let you play tonight. That man ain't even hit 20 minutes yet, dog. He got almost the same amount of minutes as Mitchell Robinson. That's crazy. Yeah, they forcing it. I mean, I think as long as the Knicks can close out game 6 at home, they'll be fine. I'm not nervous for them unless they go game 7 with the Spurs. They go game 7 with the Spurs, it's a wrap. Are they going to call it like this? Well, they've been calling like this the entire series. The only thing they did is when they was blown out by 29, I think they stopped letting the Spurs hand check them because they didn't want the ratings to drop on the game. You know, every team in the playoffs, especially, they have a huge lead. I told you they weren't going to overturn it. Let's see the replay. But whichever team got a huge lead. Let's see this replay. That's tough, man. Hand part of the ball. He got the ball first. Yeah, see this. That's crazy. Tim Legler still can't even believe it. I like how Tim Legler's been honest. But this is what the Spurs said that the rest was doing for OKC. They was just projecting and jealous and saying, hey, all this stuff that we saying about OKC, we just want it for us. And the fans as well. Because nobody in the media now is complaining about the Spurs having the same whistle that they claim the Thunder had. Castle hit the second free throw, 81-71 Spurs, 8:50 left in the game. Brunson getting pressure up the court. No hand checking yet. Now there's some hand wrestling. Now it's a hand check. Now 2 hand check. Now a hand check when he tried to blow by him. Like, you gotta watch. Every time he tried to blow by, they put their hand right in his stomach. Landry Shamet gets to the hole, twists his ankle after he scores. And now they got numbers. Harper gets in there and gets a layup. Shamet's still limping. That was a tough bucket he got. Castle on Brunson. Let's see how much pressure Wemby is on Carlton Towns. He already got his arm in place to grab his stomach when he tried to blow bomb. Shamet gets a 3 up. I thought that was going in. I like that shot by Shamet, though. He shot it with confidence. Is that a referee timeout? They did. They had so much to say about OKC. That's a push in the. I mean, in the playoffs, I guess you not call it. He just landed wrong. Like he twisted his knee. Oh, and his ankle. Yeah, he got a lot going on that. Champagne driving, throws up a lob to Wemby. He couldn't get it. Turnover. Knicks got the ball. Brunson bringing the ball up. He gets Castle in the air. Like Castle always go for the pump fakes. And he leans in and gets the foul. SGA would have been locked up for doing that. Are they saying anything on Twitter about that? Because they said when SGA did it, he deserves they say he deserves to go to hell. As soon as he lean in for a foul, they say foul better go to hell. And he's missing free throws. He's getting 3 shots and he's not making them count. He missed the first one. You need them free throws, Brunson. They free. He makes the second one. Hotspot said anybody who watches basketball knows that's a great move. I watched Jordan do it for years, for sure. And Kobe. And D Wade. And Jimmy Butler. Guards do that. They got so tired of Kobe doing it, they changed the rules and said that I want to say they was trying to turn them into offensive fouls. Now I'm with that. I feel like if I get you in the air and I'm going straight up and down and you jump into me, you foul me because I went verticality. If I jump forward, then you can call it on me. But if I jump straight up and down verticality, just like when you're in the paint blocking the shot, if you jump straight up, your arms don't come forward and you just vertical, then that's not a foul if our bodies go body to body. I think it should be the same on the perimeter. If I jump straight up and you jump forward into me, call the foul on the offensive player. Or no call. Right? Or no call. Brunson gets to the paint. Spurs out of bullets and out of gas again and are in danger of letting them sneak up on them. Mitch won't timeout. Brunson gets to the paint and scores. I think the lead is down to 6. Is it not? Let me check. Lead down to 6, 77-83. Woo! Man, they are definitely making this cinema. It's antagonizing the viewer. His live today, he's getting called to the carpet. If he can't admit this game wasn't right, I'm going to be off that dude. Who are you talking about? We talking about a content creator? Did I miss a conversation up top? Who are you talking about, Coalition? Oh, Dreamers Pro. What do you say? Oh, he's a. Wait, is he a Wemby fan? How long? What did he say about the Spurs? I'm interested. He glazes Wemby. I haven't heard it, man. I haven't heard it. But Charles, man, he good people. That's my dog. Brunson, a problem. He's like Shea, but has an advantage over Shea because Brunson plays faster. Yeah, I can see that. But Brunson also didn't have that 6-man against him. Social media. Social media wouldn't even let SGA fall. Oh my God, he failed. And it wasn't just SGA. They wouldn't even let the Thunder play physical. Oh, see, they just get away with murder. Look at Dort. He did it. But then they turn around and every Spur is doing exactly what Lou Dort was doing. That was a really crazy reverse Jedi mind trick that a lot of people fell for in the media. Hey, we're going to call out the Thunder on defense for all of this they get away with, and we're going to call SGA out for falling and foul baiting just to say that the NBA got to clean this up, all so we can get the Spurs to win, and now we're going to allow the Spurs to do all of that we just called out last series. I think that's fascinating. It says showing short second lags at time. Yeah, I look. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's my internet. But I think I got like a whack HDMI cable in this camera. It's just, I don't know. It's been doing it for a couple of days. I don't know what's going on with it. All right, Spurs got the ball. Harper bring the ball up, uses a Wemby screen. Castle get the ball in the corner. He drives, gets to the elbow, don't have a shot, brings it back out to the top of the key. Wemby comes out for the screen, ghost screen. He rolls. Castle still got the ball, get to the spot, put it up, and that short, Wemby gets his hands on it, and they're going to call a foul on Wemby. That's something Wemby has been doing all game. Why is it a foul now? Okay, they're on wrestling, they're fighting. Wemby grabs him, gets his hands on it. Scott Foster could have let that go. Why is that a foul now? Why is that a foul now? Do you need a foul on Wemby for the end of the game so it don't look like y'all wasn't calling no fouls on him? So now he got 3. I've never seen him more than 3 fouls in this series. Did you give him that ticky-tack foul just to make it look good in the box score? Are you going to call any more fouls on Wemby? He's guarding Brunson right now, got his hands on him. Brunson got to the hole, got a right-hand layup on Wemby. There was some contact there. He goes to the ground, no call. 79-83. Why did Scott Foster call that foul on Wemby? Are you going to call anything else on Wemby today? Because I don't believe you just bought him here just to bring him here. Spurs get the ball taken away from him. Brunson goes to the ground, gets the ball to Hart, to McHale, back to Brunson. 6 minutes left. He can cut the lead to 2 or 1 with a 3. There's another hand check to stop him from turning the corner by Harper. Gets the ball out of his hand, back to Brunson. Champagny on him. Harper is on car in the town. Hand check. It stopped him from getting to a spot, step back 3, and that's a brick. Rebound Wemby. Nobody can blow by the Spurs. Every time they try to get by them, the hand is right there in their waist to stop their initial first step. OG on Fox at the top of the key, get the ball to Wemby at the elbow. There's a push. They call a foul on Wemby, but they're going to challenge that because Karl-Anthony Towns pushed Wemby in the back, and they will reverse this one. That was a push in the back. Karl-Anthony Towns pushing the back. That Wemby was still 100% on challenges. They will reverse that. But he landed and then poked his hip out. So I don't know. But that'll be 5 fouls on Karl-Anthony. They will reverse that. He said Scott Foster is the red. Scott Foster waited to the fourth quarter to play in the clutch, man. Two crucial calls on Wemby. He's trying to play in the clutch. Hey, man, we got it to the fourth quarter. It's close. The ratings are up. Everyone's still watching. Now it's time for Scott Foster to perform. Just like SGA and Jalen Brunson, the fourth quarter player, Scott Foster see himself as a star player. I laid waiting. I stayed low for the first 3 quarters. Now it's 5 minutes, 6 minutes left in the fourth. It's my time. This was when Scott Foster comes out and plays in the clutch. Already like out of all the things that happened so far in the last minute, it's been Brunson making 2 key plays and Scott Foster making 2 whistle calls. This is his quarter now. We about to see him perform in the clutch. Oh no, Wembanyama leaned into that. The push didn't make him lean. There you go. Reverse. Yeah, I mean, he did push him. But when he landed, he still tried to get a piece of him on the screen. So he moved his body and shifted it. So this might be the first game someone actually fouls out in the series. But Wemby's 100% on challenges with fouls. I never seen so many fouls get reversed. And Wemby calls all of them. Every single time Wemby do this right here, oh, he's getting reversed. Because he's just giving the refs another chance. You sure you want to call this on me? I'm going to give you one more chance. Scott Foster is a beast, boy. Oh, that was him with them orthopedic boots on. Orthopedic shoes. 5 fouls on Cat. Cat's on the bench. Wemby being guarded by Mitchell, top of the key. He's dribbling like a guard. Dribble handoff. Fox gets to a spot, pulls up, and that rims out. Brunson gets the rebound. Don't got numbers, but he's going anyway. Gets some contact, gets the shot up. He misses, but he's getting 2 free throws. I bet you Foster's called that foul. That nigga's perform. Oh, my bad. That dude is performing. Who called that foul? He knocked the first free throw down. Fox can't get nothing to fall. Wemby going to the bench again for rest. I got to do a study on Wemby on why he needs so much rest, man. 37 for Brunson. That's what you want to see from your star. And his second free throw is up, and it is good. He cuts the lead to 2. What offense are Fox and the Spurs going to run with no Wemby on the floor? There's a screen with his hands again by Cornette. The pass gets deflected by Mitchell, goes back court and out of bounds with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Mitchell thinks he's off the Spurs. What offense are they going to run with no Wemby and the ball in Fox's hands and not in Dylan Harper's hand? Dylan Harper was their offense. There's a foul. There's another screen in the back with hands by Cornette. Fox gets to a spot and pulls up, and it's short. Rebound goes to Anunoby. Gets to Brunson. He's got a chance to tie the game. He gets to the hole, drives, and he ties the game with a left-hand layup. What offense are they going to run? They have to get the ball out of Fox's hands and get something going with the rookie Dylan Harper. Fox has the ball in his hands again. Another screen up top by Cornette. He's going to screen him in the back again with his hands. A dribble handoff with Harper. There's a moving screen. Harper gets to a pull-up, and that's off. Rebound tip back, goes to Hart, and Scott Foster in the clutch calls a foul. No, you can't pull away yet, Knicks. You cannot pull away yet. Scott Foster is making sure that, no. I'm a star player. Scott Foster will have none of that. Let's see what the count. Okay, a little bump right there. In this game, you're right, Richard Jefferson. It's a loose ball. In this game, that's not a foul. Wemby gets the ball to Fox. A screen in the back with his hands. Fox dribbles, gets it to Harper, gets it to Vassell, pump fake, dribbles, steps in for a jump shot, and that is good. Great job, Foster, to give them a second attempt to get the lead. He kept that drive alive. All right. Brunson backing in Harper, the rookie. gets to a spot, fades away. Good, that's off, rebound, and Foster performing again. Foster saw that. He stepped out of bounds. Nope, we can't let you pull away yet either. Gives the Knicks a second opportunity. Was he really out? Scott Foster said, no. We not letting nobody pull away yet. We still at 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Nobody can pull away. This is a close game. We going for the fantastic finish. Harper, guarding Brunson. Switch, Vassell, hand check on Brunson. 2-hand check on the dribble. Gets him up in the air and some contact on the 3. Where did that whistle come from? It didn't come from Foster that time. I wouldn't have called that. Twitter would have exploded if SGA did that. He got him in the air. Yeah, that's contact. 3 shots. Got him in the air. Look at Daddy Rick Brunson. Oh, we going to Sizzlers. He thought that 3 was going in. Now you got to make all 3 of these count. First shot is up and good. SGA would have done that. They would have been, oh my God. Fraudulent MVP. Jalen Brunson, 11 points in the fourth quarter. Scott Foster, 5 whistles in the fourth quarter. Yep. I guess that OG Anunoby MVP talk is over. That ship has sailed. If this man pulls this off in the closeout game and he drops 40 and he showed up in the clutch like this, the clutch started in the second quarter when they went down 15. And he said, nah, I ain't about to let y'all push it to 20. And he started scoring. Wemby gets the ball at the Dirk Nowitzki spot on the elbow. Mitchell guard him, gets the Fox. Fox gets to his spot and pulls up, and that's a brick. Rebound Mitchell. Fox cannot get it going, and they have to stop looking for Fox shot. Mikal Bridges in the referee face trying to call a timeout and couldn't get it for about 5 seconds. They finally gave it to him. They want to run a play and make sure they get a good shot out of this out of timeout. Brunson talking to Castle because Castle off the bench tried to block his shot after the whistle was blown, and he's telling him to relax. Y'all going home, or y'all already home. We going home. You want to go home, or you want to go to jail? Dang, Fox. He ain't never beaten them allegations, boy. Every shot he took was just bad offense in the fourth quarter. And they needed them bucket. They needed those possessions. And Wemby should have been taking those shots. I guess he's trying to redeem himself for last game, and he just can't find his shot. Wemby has got to say, hey, look, I want these. I don't think Tim Duncan would have let Tony Parker miss 4 straight shots in the fourth and give up the lead. I think Tim Duncan would have been like, give it to me in the post right here. Yeah, I mean, as long as everything's working for them, Robinson's getting the rebounds and been able to stay with Wemby well enough. Keep Karl-Anthony Towns on the bench. Wemby got exposed by Brunson, and that was a foul. That was a foul on Wemby on that drive. He fouled the heck out of Brunson on that shot and drive. Okay, that's another foul. And Brunson gets called for a swipe on the face on Castle because he's trying to swipe his hand check off of him. I want to see the replay. There's the hand check, the 2-hand check push, and he's trying to knock that hand off. Couldn't get it. They're using the 2-hand check to push him off his initial drive to get off the spot to gain an advantage. Castle goes to the hole, gets some contact, goes up 2 feet, 2 hands, no foul. He missed the shot. Brunson gets the ball, got another opportunity to go up 3. Brunson got the ball with Castle on him. Watch the 2-hand check when he tries to get by Castle. Watch that hand. They're playing defense with their hand. That's the 2-hand check. 2-hand check. 2-hand check. Now Castle. Oh, there's a foul on Carrington Towns. They don't call it. Rebound. Josh Hart, he goes back up with it and misses it. He's looking for a foul, but you can't look for a foul. They're not bailing nobody out except Harper. Harper gets his shot blocked. Out to Fox, out to Wemby. He wants the three. He pumps fake. He gets to the hole. Now Harper's going to the hole, and he misses the layup. Anunoby gets the ball from Brunson. Carrington Towns almost had a three. Anunoby got a dunk and a block by Vassell, and they're going to count it as a goaltend. Did Vassell put his hand through the hoop? Vassell had to put his hand through the hoop. Yes, he put his hand through the hoop. 3-point lead, New York Knicks, 2 minutes left. Can they pull this off? Wemby get held a little bit. Got the ball at the Dirk spot. He drives on Carrington Towns, gets some body, pump fake, and gets contact, and he gets a foul. And that's Carrington Towns' 6th foul. He's going to the bench. Nah. Hey. Hey. Goodbye. I don't like the foul. He got his hands up. He went. Oh, he got in the air a little bit. You got to give it to him. You've been giving it to Brunson. You've been getting it to Brunson. It's a tough 6th foul though, but you got to give it to him. Now, are they giving him shots though? Are they saying he was in the act of shooting? They saying he was in the act of shooting. I don't think he was in the act of shooting. I don't think he was in the act of shooting. Free throws going up. Can he make these count? He misses the first one. Face of the league. Misses the first one. He said, this is it. Wemby got a bit to go in the way of, and it's good for his development. If he loses, he's going to be on this record, though. Oh, it was the bonus? Okay, thanks. Second shot going up. Second shot is good. 2-point ball game, 88-86, 150 to go in the fourth. Brunson bringing it up. Got a hand check on him with Castle. 1 hand check. Let's see what happens when he tries to turn the corner. There's the second one to stop him from turning the corner. There's 2 from Vassell. Every time he tries to turn the corner, there's 2 hands on him. Can he beat it? He gets to a spot anyway and pulls up from baseline, hits nothing but backboard, and it's a shot clock violation. 1 minute and 29 seconds left. That was a bad possession for sure. I would have liked to see Brunson off the ball and use some off-ball screens to come get the ball and then get something going. They went straight ISO ball with him bringing the ball up against pressure, 94 feet, then get up in the half court and run some clock and then try to make something happen one-on-one. Don't like it. But that's all they got with no Towns out there. Miscommunication. Harper gets all the way to the paint, gets a turnaround, and that is good. Tie ball game, 1:16 left. The rookie's taking the ball out of Fox's hand and said, let me do it. There's the 2-hand check from Castle. He gets to a spot anyway and throws up a runner and is good. He beat the 2-hand check. Now Fox got the ball again. Is he going to sail? He goes to the hole. Try to make something happen. Get us to Wemby. Wemby throws something up. Fox, a 3 from the corner, and that is a brick. Fox, I don't want this for you, Fox. Let Wemby lose this game if y'all go lose it. I don't want this for you. You trying to be a hero. Double team is coming. Get a wide open shot because the double was there, and Hart bricks that. Harper gets the ball. He's going coast to coast. Up in the air, contested by OG. Another great defensive play by OG. Now it's 26 seconds left, and Hart is going to the free throw line with a 2-point lead. New York might actually close this out in San Antonio. They needed to because you didn't want this to go 7. So Wemby gets to the finals, and it looks like he's going to only come away with 1 win. Almost like Shaq did when he was in Orlando. Or did Shaq get swept his first time when he played Houston? He might have got swept. But a gentleman's sweep is a gentleman's sweep. First free throw is good by Hart. They got a 3-point lead. He can make it a 2-possession ball game if he hit this second free throw to give them a 4-point lead with 26.1 seconds left. How did these boys win a game that was and he misses the second free throw, but the rebound goes to Mitchell, and now they got to foul OG and put him on the line with 21.6 seconds left. What a rebound by Mitchell. What a rebound. Great rebound. Great rebound. And this man was thinking about not playing when he broke his pinky before the series started. Fighting Wemby down low, got the rebound. Wemby got pushed around. He was tired. And humble. He should be humble. Knicks deserve this for all they went through. I agree. Stephen A. Smith is going to be uncontrollable for the entire summer. And they missed the second free throw. Almost came away with the rebound, but they got a 4-point lead with 20 seconds left. The Spurs need a 3, but they couldn't go and get a 2 and foul right away and make this a free throw. What kind of delivery on his? He's a professional. Why does his jump shot look like that at the free throw line? Man, this is insane. I can't believe this is happening, man. New York. What was the point of what was the point of the NBA dicking OKC out of opportunity to defend that title? Like, they really bought Wemby here just to bring him here. Hey, what did I tell y'all before the fourth quarter started? I said the way the referees call some of these fouls is going to tell you pretty much how it's going to go. And I explained to you when I seen the ticky-tack fouls called on Wemby in the OKC Game 7, that let me know that they didn't want you to put your hands on Wemby for this fourth quarter. When I seen them, Scott Foster call those 2 fouls on Wemby, it was the total opposite. They called 2 fouls for Wemby against OKC in the Game 7. In this one, Scott Foster came with 2 quick whistles on Wemby. And I said, what was the purpose for you calling those fouls on Wemby? What are you telling us, Scott Foster? What are you telling us? Called 2 quick fouls on Wemby. Scott Foster was performing. Let's see what they get out of this out of timeout. What play are they running out of this timeout? Wemby is at the free throw line. Harper is at the top of the key. Castle is inbounding the balls. Fox in the corner on the strong side, and on the weak side, Vassell is at the elbow. Let's see what they run. Look like interference, screen, down screen. Wemby on. Okay, they throw the ball to Wemby. He ended up at the 3-point line, and he ends up putting up a 3, and it's a brick, and Castle rebounds and dunks it off the rim. 16 seconds left, 2-point game. This is going to be a fantastic finish, y'all. The good thing about Wemby taking that 3 was that the Knicks' best rebounder was contesting his shot instead of being down there trying to secure the rebound. That was tough. Now they got to foul right away and put him at the free throw line. So I don't expect Josh Hart to be out unless he's taking the ball out. I expect to see Brunson. I expect to see Shamet if he's available. I don't know if he came back. Brunson, Shamet, probably McBride. We definitely not going to see Mitchell, so no offensive glass. So it's going to be well, they probably could have Mitchell out there as long as he don't touch the ball. They can keep him out there for off because they can't do hack or shack with the clock because it'll be a technical. I think after 2 minutes you can't do hack or shack. So they can't have Mitchell out there. So keep Mitchell out there for the rebound. Definitely have McBride, Shamet, OG, and Brunson. Now here's Hart not boxing out. Well, he tried, but his own man ran into him. So who they come out with? OG. Hart is inbound, and I said they can't have him if he inbound them. Shaman is out there. Brunson is out there. Do they have Mitchell? No, they got Mikal Bridges. So everybody except Mitchell I thought would be out there. Oh, no, they don't got McBride. They had Hart instead of McBride. So screen for Brunson. He can't get the ball. They get the ball in bounds. They're not fouling right away. No foul yet. Double. They find still no foul. But they letting them get away with a lot. I'm not mad at it, though. Brunson flop. You know you're not going to get no foul. They was trying to foul him, but the ref was like, nah, not yet. Look at that. There's no foul yet. No. That's good D. Mikal Bridges at the free throw line. Oh, they just jinx him and say he's 22 for 23. First free throw is up, and it's a brick. They jinxed him. They're giving him life. Can he make the second one count? Second shot is up. And that's cash. 93-90. 8.8 seconds left. This gonna be the ball game, or it's gonna be overtime. This is gonna be the first team, if they win it, to win the Captain's Cup and the finals in the same year. Would I foul here? You know, I was just having this conversation with somebody where they was telling me that Fox blew the game last game because he went for the layup and got it blocked, and he should have pulled it out. And I said, both options work if it actually worked. If he makes the layup, they go up 3 with 10 seconds left. If he pulls it out and gets fouled, he shoots 2 free throws, and if he makes it, they go up 3, and it's still 10 seconds left. So the only way it's a bad play if it don't work. If he pulls it out, gets fouled, go to the free throw and miss both of them, they're going to be like, why you ain't just take the wide open layup? And it's the same thing when you up 3. I explained this to him. I said, it's the same thing when you up 3. It's an option. Which one do you want to choose? That neither one of them is wrong until it doesn't work. Both are right if they work. So if you foul and give them 2 free throws, and then you come down and you miss 2, and they come down and hit a game winner, then you made the wrong call. But if you don't foul and they put up a 3 and tie it up and you go into overtime, it was the wrong thing. So the only thing that's the right move is whatever works. You just got to take your chances. You got to roll the dice. So we'll see if they go foul or play it through. I like to play it through. They get the ball in bounds, and there's a foul right away. Did they have a foul to give? No, they didn't have a foul to give, so he's at the free throw line. They're missing free throws on the Knicks end, so I don't know. I would have played. I don't want to extend the game. Ricky at the free throw line, and he misses the first one. Well, Castle said when they was down 2-1 that they was about to win 3 straight. That's what Castle said. Did the rookie legs give out on him? Did he miss the second one? He missed the second one and on purpose. Thought they was gonna get the offensive rebound. He missed the first. He missed the second one and on purpose. I can see how he pulled the string. He was trying to give Wemby an opportunity to get it. And the Knicks fans are in jubilee. They're crying. The Knicks fans can't believe it. Look at Charles Oakley, not invited to Madison Square Garden, but still bought a ticket to represent his Knicks in San Antonio. Good job. Allen Houston there. Patrick Ewing there looking like the smart gremlin from the Gremlins without his glasses. OG Anunoby missing free throws. He wants a game 6. OG wants a game 6. He said, is that Yolanda Adams with Oak? I hope not. I hope she ain't giving away that Christian stuff. Not to know Oak Tree. Alone in a room, it's just me and you. You better not be doing that, Yolanda. He hits the second free throw. Wemby inbounds it to Fox. He already sold. He's going to pull up from 3. He gives to Wemby. Give him the last shot. Wemby puts the 3 up, and that's a brick, and it's over. Your 2026 NBA champions are the Jalen Brunson-led New York Knicks. A gentleman's sweep 4-1. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? What a game. I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I streamed it. Where Yolanda Adams at? Alone in a room. It's just me and you. Look at Wemby. Are you humble? Humble pie. He said if she getting Oak to get his act together, then they ain't complaining. Hey, amen to that. Look at the Knicks. Knicks, do not tear up the city. Just relax. He said, I don't hear nothing here. Wemby the best this and Wemby the best that. Yeah, you don't. It's gonna be a long summer for De'Aaron Fox. For Wemby, weight room. Baby steps, though. You don't have to do too much this summer. You don't have to come back looking like Dwight next year. But I want you coming back looking like Kevin Garnett. All right. The year after that, I want you coming back a little bit bigger than Kevin Garnett. And your biggest weight probably is going to look like I can't say David Robinson because this man was a specimen. So it's not going to look like that. It's definitely not going to look like Dwight Howard. Your frame just is not built like that. But let's do Kevin Garnett first. I want you coming back looking like Garnett. I want to see some cuts. I want to see that you've been working out. I want to see you have more gas in the tank. I want to see you be able to play 40 minutes, 44 minutes if you need to. I don't want to see you having to sit down for 4 minutes every quarter. That's what I expect. And Brunson will be the finals MVP. Appreciate you, Mitchell. Yeah, Brunson should be the MVP for sure. He said Ticket was cutting up. Oh, man, I got to go back and watch that. Ticket ain't dropped no basketball content in a while, man. He been on his politics. He been on his politics lately. Most of the videos I see. Yo, it's crazy, man. Like I'm calling out how they're allowing. Like you really got to look at this. The type of game that they was calling for OKC. OKC got the 7 games. They couldn't really get around it. They was doing the same thing to the Knicks, man. They like these games were called for San Antonio to be able to win. But the will for the Knicks to win it and the will of their leader and their coach just wouldn't allow it. Just wouldn't allow it, man. And shout out to Mike Brown for coming in and getting the Tony Dungy, Tony Grungy, and what's my man John Gruden ring. The Tony Dungy has the team playing really good, can't get him to the Super Bowl, gets fired. John Gruden comes in and wins the first year with that same team that someone else took, or the Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr ring, or the who else did it? I think John Gruden did it with he did it with the Tampa Bay. Somebody else in football did it. I can't remember, but you get the point. Shout out to Mike Brown for getting that ring. Shout out. Yeah, man. They celebrating on the San Antonio Spurs floor. And I can't wait for someone in this summer to say that the Spurs locker room still smell like champagne when they schedule their first game of the season to open up the NBA season. It's going to be a rematch of the finals, Spurs, Knicks, and someone's going to say, I can still smell champagne in the locker room. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's see who get this finals MVP. Shout out to Alvarado, Carlton Towns. Somebody said De'Aaron Fox for MVP. Sheesh. Shout out to Brunson getting the ring before Luka. Shout out to Tatum, SGA, and Brunson getting the ring before Luka. He said, I will never forget the Spurs for this. You should never forgive Jay Will and the media for this, because this is the reason OKC wasn't in the finals. Man, OKC probably would have daggone destroyed these boys. Yeah, that was definitely earned. They had to beat that 6-man. Towns didn't even get a chance to play for real. He gave up 6 fouls, though. He ain't giving them no TV, no quotables, no cliches. But Wemby would have been up there saying all types of stuff. I took my shoes off so I can walk barefoot to feel this victory in Madison Square Garden, man. What kind of nonsense is that? It lotions its skin. That's the type of stuff Wemby was saying. Scott Foster was performing, boy. Scott Foster had a fourth quarter for the ages. Scott Foster had a fourth quarter for the ages, dog. Man. So what does this mean? Hey, phone lines are open, y'all. Y'all can call in, man. Let's talk about it. Phone lines are open. I'm gonna keep this stream up about 10 more minutes. Take a couple of phone calls, man. Yeah, it was a lot of Knicks fans out there, man. You can hear them and you can see their jerseys. Yeah, Scott Foster came to play. Scott Foster came to play, dog. They said he played hurt too, man. They said it's a flu game for Scott Foster. They said he had got room service last night and got sick. They was go replace him, but he came out and was like, man, I can't miss no closeout game. They said that man played sick, flu game. That boy was in his bag. Man. He said Scott Foster did 6 lines at halftime. I'm sure the points are strong, but congratulations to the Knicks, NBA champions 2026. The parade crowd is going to be the largest ever. Yeah. Man. All right, y'all. Good live. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.